Alright, hello. Should be live on Twitch and on lovely YouTube. And here we are. Alright, good. Ad starting on Twitch. I think we're set up. Make sure I have my USA Cup logos everywhere. I think I do. Lovely, yes. Alright, let's get rid of the 23 GMT and the Twitch title. That title's gotta be so long for all the bot commands. Let's see. Need to start my bot, now that I think of it. Let's see, streamer bot. Getting started, there we go. Alright, only cats, hello. How are you? I've been trying to reproduce the thing with Doubt, where his boar attacked him, but I've yet been unable to, so. Clear out my recorded games. I tried a few times, couldn't get it working. We're gonna get going in about 10 minutes. T90 has his set. Figured I'd just go live, because why not? And hang out with the chat for a few minutes before we get started. See, there's probably someone playing a live game now whom we could cast. I saw Gabby playing earlier. She's playing Pela right now. Maybe we could cast a game while we're waiting. Hello, No Shoes Drew. Hello, British Caboose. Yeah, well, we'll cast a game while we wait. Alright, let's do this. Capture age. Let's do this. This will be DS underscore Levi, or just Levi, I think, and Gabby. I think I have. Yep, those are actually their names. Good. And this is obviously Arabia. And this is not USA Cup. This is just random ranked game that we'll cast before USA Cups. That way we have something to do. And we will have Levi down here. The southwest as the blue Muisca, Gabby to the northeast as the red Franks. Oh, the good old classic Franks. Can't beat the classics, can you? Unless the Muisca do win. Gabby has a pretty good Elo lead over Levi. Is Levi actually? I think it's a bit low. Let's go hello Bloodless. Hello Bloodless. So yeah, we're just waiting for the set to start. They should start drafting in about 5 minutes or so. T90 versus Improvise. I think there might be a set after that too we might cast. We'll see how it goes. How late it goes. And how many people want to watch it. So is this the very mixed forest here with some of those bushes and birch trees mixed in. Along with the oak forest trees. Ongo. So the Muisca, what is their bonus? Advancing to the next stage is cheaper, settlements are discounted and heal more. Yeah, it's the Tupi that can garrison, so the Muisca are not the garrison civ. And also the gold has the Maya bonus of lasting longer. It's a team bonus actually. Now stack them with the Maya, you get a great team bonus for the gold. Oh, civ names in the banner, yes, it does matter. You scan the Franks. And so even with the Franks, Gabby will open with a range. It'll be spears and probably archers since she's on gold. Levi will go straight for a... Oh my gosh, it's going to be a fast castle? What do the Muisca do with a fast castle? FC Guecha Warrior? Is this good? I mean, FC Monks could be a thing. Got 3 settlements. 1 on berries. 1 on wood and stone, and the 3rd on wood. No gold being taken. Well, that much on stone. It has to be Guecha Warriors then. Gabby will just be like, what's going on? Shall we go in for 1 archer? And then there's Castle Age from Levi. Alright, so Levi's gonna phosphoro this.
Sure.
Send some vills to that straggler. Nothing that Gabby can really do to stop this. And she'll do loom on the way up. Alright, well, I stumbled onto an interesting game then. FC Guecha Warrior. When I tried this, it was awful. But maybe it's better in the hands of someone who knows how to do it versus someone randomly trying it. And maybe better on Arabia than it was on Hideout. Good morning, LC River. Good evening. We're just about 7 p.m. So a reminder, we're also streaming over on YouTube too. And there's Gabby harassing the bears with 1 archer. Sparkhand, hello, hello, hello. FC on Arabia? It's the meta these days, Bloodlust. It's the meta. So, there go the berries. All finished, and the vills will get back to the TC. When you have a lot of vills on the berries, you finish them, and then that's 1 less spot you gotta defend in your base. And no question it'll be a castle, probably over here somewhere, between the wood and the gold. If you know precisely what Gabby's doing, and that she hasn't been investing too heavily into archers, you could YOLO the castle forward. But here it'll be a bit more defensive from Levi. And will indeed be forward Gabby Scout, just not taking any hits from the TC. And there's the castle, so she'll see it and she'll know what she's up against. And she will do a TC at the start. Maybe we're against this to go kind of for a 2 TC mini boom, add some stables, and then go knights. And we just gotta have good monks though, so maybe that's a risk. Could full light cav? I mean, you don't have bloodlines. But they do have the free extra HP, maybe work. Not sure. Always has been. I mean, didn't it start out being FC Knights as the meta? I remember that's what, like, 15 years ago was the hot build for new players, FC Knights. But okay, we'll be the Guecha Warrior. Bit of idle time for Levi. And 3rd TC, so 3 TC boom for Gavi. Against the unique unit Skirmisher. And it's gonna have to do damage quickly in order to push through into her defenses. 3 TCs with 1 of them outside the gold. Woodline safe in the back, nice walls. And right now they're just chasing the archers around. And yeah, they are faster, they will catch them. If they find them, though, that is. It looks like they have a very short line of sight. I guess that makes sense along with their short range. So they'll definitely need Fletching and Bodkin. For nothing more, so they can see farther. T90 set. T90 set is starting in soon. They should be drafting soon. Convert stables. You gotta put the stables in a safe spot when you're against this. Dingo? Wait, they renamed the Arabian wolves to be dingoes? Why'd they do that? Dingo. Okay, okay. That's weird. Here come the Guecha Warriors forward. And there'll be a workshop from Gabby. Who is casting T90. It's not happened yet. It's not happened yet. We're just waiting for it to start. They're probably drafting soon. Let me see. USA Cup Group A. And yep, they're in the middle of their draft now. Yeah, I'll probably start in around 10 minutes or so. They're just drafting. So, Guacha Warrior still going around trying to fight. We'll have a defensive workshop, which I guess means Mangonel Scorpion. But that doesn't have to worry about monks. I feel that if Levi actually wants to apply pressure, then he's going to need forward monks. And if not, Gabby can get away with a boom, then I think she's fine. Doing the market too, so she can just kind of boom a bit more. Get the farms going, add in some stables. The only thing she has to worry about is running out of room. The Mangonel kind of buys a bit more room at the front. She wants stables at the front. Definitely need the armor upgrades to fight these. And then a forward workshop. But I worry that might not be what's needed. So these things have such a short range, they can't shoot over the wood line. Yeah, they have arena in the tournament, but sadly we haven't seen enough arena games. Oh, 4th TC. 4th TC from Gabby, really going for the boom. Loses her scout. And there is Horse Collar for Levi 2. Those warriors will try to hit the Mangonel. Gets a nice shot on them. And the repairs come in, and they're very, very low on HP. Will they split? They will. Here comes a Scorpion, maybe a bit harder to dodge. Gets 2 of them. And that's now 64 to 42. Vil lead for Gabby, and I think she has safely won this game. I mean, the Vils want a forward castle, but that's going to have to happen against Levi's or with Levi getting a good Mangonel shot. And Snuffleupagus, guys, thank you for the follow. Yeah, so there's going to have to be a good Mangonel shot to clear that. And doesn't quite happen. Doesn't take any damage on his Mangonel, though. There's an outpost. There's Town Watch. So Gabby will see this. She'll see the Vils. Doesn't save the Scorpion. She could maybe use some Town Watch herself. But there, oh my gosh, imagine if she one-shots that castle foundation. She could see the Vils soon. And doesn't get a shot off. Okay, that's exactly what Levi needed. That is exactly what he needed. If the Mangonels clear each other, then the one pops out of the workshop and stops the castle. But there are some repairs. And another Mangonel down yet. But that might be it. There it goes. And the Guacha Warriors move in. But bought enough time to get the castle up. And, I mean, Gabby could go for a ram push now. Delete the monastery, go rams. Hello, Flatch T West. We're not playing as the Britons, Flatch. We're going to cast USA Cup. The tea gets dumped into the harbor. Yeah, cheaper imp for the Muisca is nice. Flatch, you love Britons, your fave, Civ. Gold wards from an Australian. And oh no, Levi. Takes a bit of a Mangonel shot. There are the stables though from Gabby. And I feel like 85 to 48 Vils. She has but to run forward or run backwards and clean army and she'll still be fine. Needs the second armor upgrade maybe. What's the Mangonel shot gonna be? There's a split. Mangonel's down. Monk needs to put the relic in the monastery still. Just keep an eye on the Civ draft. Okay, Civ draft for T90's done. I don't see a lobby yet. We'll get into that soon enough. Here's another Mangonel. Tricky to get the Mangonel in a good position with the castle covering almost the entirety of the workshop. And Gabby has to make sure it doesn't get sniped off by the castle. That castle does have Bodkin, but it does survive and will get a shot off. It will, but not enough to kill the Quetzal warriors. They will run away. A couple of knights out, though, and now Gabby can do her own castle. Has to be careful of the Mangonel, and has to be careful to keep her vills away from the castle fire. Ooh, Mangonel does run into the TC. Two knights. Can two knights pick this off under a castle? That's going to be kind of hard. And she'll lose two knights. More Quetzal warriors just going to run under the TC. This really shouldn't work. Can a Mangonel shot kill them? Mangonel shot not in time. They're running throughout the eco, but I don't know how much damage they can actually do. This castle almost up. That's 98 to 55 vills. That Mangonel just being repaired by the TC. Clears the other Mangonel, but now the castle will go up. More Quetzal warriors forward for Levi. And oh, a nice Mangonel shot. Still chasing the Quetzal warriors in the eco. Another Mangonel shot. Okay, there we go. And there, with that army cleared, that'll be GG, and Gabby will win. Yeah, she gets the castle up. Levi can recognize. He sees all the TCs that Gabby has. So he knows what's going on. Alright, so that'll be much better KD for... Or, I mean, pretty much the same KD. One extra for Levi, but Gabby not having military at all. Just relying on the Mangonels and the TCs. So, yeah, Quetzal warrior... part of me feels like the workshop follow-up wasn't right in that it maybe needed a monk follow-up for knights, but... Whatever happened, the Quetzal warriors didn't really apply much damage. So let me get this USA Cup logo back there. Boom. And we'll go look at the drafts for T90 versus Improvise. Yeah, the bot works today. I don't know why it wasn't working yesterday. Streamer bot looked like it was having problems. Let's see. We got... Still don't see a lobby for them, but we got maps. And we have civs. Boom. And South Dakota Badlands will be our first map. South Dakota Badlands. Up and let's get the players. T90Official against Improvise. It'll be 3 games of USA Cup. This is still the group stage, and it is a play all 3. Alright, they're in the lobby. Improvise is going to pick gray. Can we cast someone in gray? I think we're going to have to put him in red. Or no, it's a question mark. Okay, it's a question mark. That'll be red by default. And the civs will be Mongols versus Tatars. Now, Bloodless had an amazing game on this map. Probably the best game of USA Cup so far. Are all the maps USA Cup themed? They are standard maps, but there is a map contest, and 3 of the maps are made specifically for this event, and they are based on national parks from the United States. So South Dakota Badlands is one of them. Mesa Verde, you see Improvise picked that as one of his home maps on the right. That's another one. And not picked this time, but Voyageurs, the first map banned by Improvise. That's another park-based map. So those are the 3 USA-themed maps. The rest of them are kind of balancing out the map pool. Unfortunately, Hamburger was not picked as a map for this map pool. That is the most USA of all maps. And a very AoE-themed map, indeed. Improvise, right now he's 21-17, according to the lovely spectator dashboard. 21-17. And T90 right now is 24-40. So there's definitely a chance, but T90 certainly is a favorite. loading in for another 15 seconds. Oh, Improvise did pick gray. Are we okay with casting someone in gray, or do we gotta put him in red? No hamburger? No hamburger. All these games have to be really quick if the players don't have their burgers. Okay, so again, Mongols, Tatars, and just getting started. Here we go. The game can load. Come on, DE, you can do this. Come on, Capture Age, you can load. Capture Age, hello? Okay, Capture Age isn't spectating the game. Let's reload Capture Age. Alright, now Capture Age is working for us. So, is gray too bad of a color for Improvise? I think we gotta put him in red. Let's just put him in red. Yeah, let's do that. So, we'll have Improvise here. Put him in the red. He'll be the Tatars to the west, T90. The Mongols to the east, he'll be blue. And this map, as I mentioned earlier, was from the map scripting competition. It is South Dakota Badlands. And T90 certainly is the favorite in the set, but Improvise a good old 2K1. Oh, and hello on YouTube. Hello, Only Cats, Wayne, and Obsidian Arrows. Oh, Obsidian Arrows is going to give me nightmares. Oh, the horror. Too many games of Tato with Obsidian Arrows plus Saracens. Yeah. It's like Hilly Arabia. Remember, OG Arabia is far more hilly than this. OG Arabia was just hills everywhere, and cliffs too. But the unique thing about this map is that the boars are super far away, and it can be quite a challenge to scout them and lure them in time in your Dark Age. And if you're gonna want food under the TC, it's quite difficult, and even more than the Mongols' hunt bonus, the Mongols' scout bonus of extra line of sight might be extra useful on this map, so they can find the hunt and then bring it in. And then get it extra fast, of course, as the Mongols. Let me see, as the Tatars, they'll have the hill bonus for cav archers later on. Also, the Jaguars move around. I think they're reskinned snakes. Wouldn't that just encourage laming? It also makes it harder to find the boars too lame. And in some ways it discourages laming because you need to spend so much time scouting yourself that you don't have time to scout forward as early. Yeah, the Jaguar is on the prowl. The Jaguar is a reskinned, slithery little snake that is on the prowl. Looking for T90. Looking to eat some delicious T90 villager food. And boar lured in there from T90. And ooh, goes for the palisade trick. Doesn't have loom, but needs to keep the Vil safe from the boar. Hello, a Mangadai enjoyer. Ooh, T90 might find himself being a Mangadai enjoyer in this game. He is, of course, the Mongols. And let's be honest, who doesn't enjoy Mangadai? Also, look at all these birds. Hello, birds. We got 5 birds on the screen right here. 6 even. That's a T90 map if I ever saw one. So loom now for Improvise, and he'll be ready to go up. Only 2 Vils on wood, but if you're going scouts, that's all you need. And honestly, this looks like a good old longer lasting sheep too. 17 pop with loom uptime. Might actually go up faster than the Mongols? Or is he just doing loom because he's out of food? Okay, yeah, he's gonna go do a mill now. Oh, he needs a second building. Okay, loom might have just been, I ran out of food under the TC. Let's do loom. And put in 6 Vils on berries, so he's gonna leave a gap between the mill and the berries. You can put 1 Vil on each forage bush and be extra efficient. Does it? Yes, it does, Flatch, yes it does. 20% extra damage to buildings constructed atop the cracked terrain. Their money is on T90 improvising a win. I don't know how much improvisation there'll be. I feel like T90 likes to prepare when he does tournament games. So Vil going forward, that's for the boar right in the middle of the map, but maybe Improvise will find her. And now he clicks up, so around a Vil later. No idle time, at least. And T90 does not have loom. Ooh, no loom. Could be punished. Does the game ever tell you this, or is it you know it or you don't? You know, that's a very good question, Flatch, and I don't think it ever actually does tell you that. Maybe in one of the special map descriptions? Certainly was in the release notes for the African Kingdoms. It's one of those things that probably would have been in the manual back in the day when they still had manuals. Because if you think about it, I don't think the game ever really tells you about the hill difference either. William Wallace certainly doesn't have a quotation about that. It encourages you to build that tower atop the hill with a dead tree, but does not actually describe the hill bonus. The cliff bonus was something I didn't know about for years. They're basically a one-sided hill. You get an attack bonus shooting down them, but there's no penalty for shooting up a cliff. So barracks for Improvise, and might just be a scout's mirror here. T90 with more res collected. That's why I picked Mongols on this map. Wanted all the hunt. The other word probably does in the army trial about the hill bonus. I don't think it tells you about the cracked terrain, though. Yeah, the other word covers some of that stuff. I don't think the other word covers the cliffs, though. Maybe it does. As a side note in the hills. And T90 tries to hit the palisades. So Improvise will have to re-wall them. Also has to be careful about over-foraging. And so far, struggling to get scouts out as effectively as T90 is. T90 will have a spear and several scouts forward. He's got 4 scouts now, and the second now just popping out for Improvise. So that's going to give T90 an advantage where he can think about picking vills and not just fighting military. He just has to be extra careful about the hills because the Tatars, they get 25% extra damage when fighting from higher elevation beyond the hill bonus. There's, I believe, another 25% multiplier. And now a defensive spear for Improvise. Losing the spear hurts there. Losing the spear is always hurt in a scout's war. Oh, with the jaguar chasing a spear. Oh, the scouts noticed, though. Poor jaguar didn't let us get the woo-woo-woos in the chat for T90. Now T90 will just hold that hill. And will try to wall himself up fully. Maybe go straight to the Castle Age. Into Cav Archer and or Step Lancer. And he's trying to avoid fighting near the spears. He's going to keep running away and take the fight as best he can away from the spears. He'll tank some TC fire with the scouts, but tries to get his spear to poke. Ooh, was uphill during that poke, too. So Improvise will finish his forage bushes and be able to start moving to the back for more farms. It looks like it'll be a range for T90. Don't know if that'll be his Castle Age building or if he just wants it. He's doing the range before a blacksmith, so won't look to go upgrades for the scouts, I feel. Up and get him jump the Berryvilles. Get a Vill, loses a scout or 2. But not the worst trade for Improvise. But he's now down 2 Vill kills. And has a bit more idle time, so down 3 total Vills. And T90 looking at that res collected as the Mongols, and just from having a bit more of an efficient economy, is pulled super far ahead. Yeah, can't exactly wall. I think there might be a layer of terrain that you can't wall. So you do have to wall a bit creatively. So maybe a chance for an overchop soon, but T90 looks like he's fully walled for the moment. Doing a blacksmith, and he'll look to click up pretty darn soon. There's the mining camp for Improvise, but he won't be up as fast as T90 is. Bit of a smoother scouts build from T90 to aim for that uptiming. Some spears will come over and maybe be able to hit the scouts, see if they can get a poke or two on them. And there they are. Ooh, that was a great fight for T90. He gets the scout basically for nothing. Where's that jaguar going? Is that going to chase the spears? And okay, castle age for T90. And up much faster than Improvise. And with the range, feels more like a cav archers. Although a camel straight from the stable might be nice. Hello, Leo Salgado. Over on YouTube, hello, hello. Sometimes I feel like Mongols get 2 extra boars at 15 minutes or something. They aren't allowed to patrol stack. It's the World's Edge rule. You can't continuously patrol stack them on a small tile. Still a rule I think is pretty silly, and I'd rather not have, but you can patrol into fights just fine, like you're always good. So 90-second difference there. T90 up first. And let's see, 2 minutes from the castle age is Improvise, so he's going to have to improvise a strategy to avoid taking damage from early crossbows. When all of the farms are... Ooh, that's rough. So he's going to lose map control just as the crossbows are there. That's exactly the timing T90 wants. Gold mining on the way. He'll need crossbow and bodkin. He's just about at the resources for it. Doing bodkin first. Viper versus Harrow was crazy. I don't think that was crazy at all. That's the type of thing. I think it's kind of silly to ban that. Like that was the game Harrow lost too. It's not like the like little things like that. I think there's much ado about them, and it really doesn't matter. Like throughout the history of AoE 2, there have always been patrols that have kind of caused units to move in different ways that players try to take advantage of. There is the pike patrol in the old day, where if you patrolled while chasing, you'd kind of get a speed boost to be able to catch up to the units you were chasing. So, okay, T90 finding this is exactly what he wanted. All those farms forward, the golds forward, the way Improvise built his base, exposed himself to those crossbow raids, and tried to go for a second gold after he towered the first. It's a lot of ills on gold, but he'll just call it GG right away as T90 killed all the scouts with a few Castle Age crossbowmen. That's the power of a Castle Age timing there. So Mongols lured maybe an extra boar or so. Had a huge res collected lead right from the start. And when they both just went scouts without much follow-up, T90 got up faster and killed everything. They don't want it in the game, they should patch it up, but put the onus on the players. I agree with that. That's a 17 to 11 KD for T90. And much better eco for him too. You can see right from the start of the game, it's a very, very difficult map to play. And I think Mongols are probably going to be the best civ on it. Like I said, I think even more due to the scout line of sight, even than the boar meat or the hunt bonus. That's a win there for T90. As he will take that 1-0 lead. And that is Mongols over Tatars. That's a rough map. That is a very rough map. It's a very punishing map if you don't scout it properly. Go T90, you got a T90. Some T90 fans on YouTube. Let's see, looks like Land Madness is next. Jurchens versus Khmer. And let's see, same thing. I'll put Improvise in red. Alright, let's stay hydrated. Chat, it's a reminder for you too, chat. You need to stay hydrated too. Not just the streamer, but the audience. You all gotta stay hydrated together. And we got some T90 fans on Twitch too, with pants. Do you have a pants emote you can spam in the chat for T90? So here's a deer pushed under the TC. It's gonna run past. And be taken by those vills on the other side. Lumber camp headed up here to the north on that wood line. Tantron has some pants too. Are you wearing pants while watching the stream? I mean, it's a hot summer in the US. Right, honestly, it hasn't even been that hot, but maybe it is. If you're in Florida, like where T90 is, it's probably hot. And blasted the air conditioning at the town center place we were at for the Hidden Cup meetup. I've been told that's what they do in Florida, though. Just blast AC in all the buildings. It was quite cold inside. One of the deep cuts prove you're a real T90 fan. Map script is interesting. And this is just standard Land Madness. Improvise actually has horrible wood lines. I mean, I can cheat by zooming out, but if you're playing at like a normal point of view, you're over a screen away from the TC to get wood. T90 has a much safer wood line, kind of far away too, though. It's 10C raining in Ireland. I don't know what 10C corresponds to. You put on your special pants so you can play properly. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, at least he has back golds, but I guess what he has to do is lumber camp over here and hope that's enough. Or there. I mean, either way, it's super far from the TC and very difficult to play. So T90 will just push in his deer. On this map, you receive only a single boar. So you do need to push in your deer, and having the resources that last longer by virtue of not decaying is a nice bonus for the Jurchen hunt. Very Caribbean also to have AC cranked up.
Not more Crusaders! Emperor Barbarossa, I do not want.
Did you guys hear the alert? I realized I didn't hear the alert.
Turn back at
Why don't
once.
I hear the alert? Ah, wait. OBS just isn't playing sound for me. That's weird. Alright, thank you very much for the sub. Thanks for the tier 1 sub that helps us towards the Partner Plus goal, too. C for Celsius. I know the C means Celsius. I don't know what 10C corresponds to as a temperature. 10C is roughly 52F. There we go. Okay, so that's not too cold. It's not warm, but it's not cold. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. C stands for Celsius. And Phoenix, thank you very much for using your Prime sub.
We are doomed for certain.
And there we go. Feudal Age on the way for T90. So this time he will be up second. Improvise as the Khmer has, I guess, improvised a build order. And 98's Derek, thank you for the follow. Improvised a build order as is he going to wall up to the edge of... Oh, you know what he can do to get a safe wood line? He just has to, like, start down here. And then wall. Go all the way here around the TC. And then just keep going up a bit. And go around here. And then when you've walled off about 1/3 of the map, you'll finally get a safe wood line. That'll work, right? That's a plan. There we go. Some sheep he found. Doing a stable. I would say as the Khmer he could skip the mill and do farms, but you really do need the mill just to take berries with how little food he has. Yeah, and you get 2 safe woodlines if you did that, right? The value. Well, he will go straight for the stable as the Khmer. We'll probably need a few more vills on food to keep the stable working. But nice bonus on the map being able to garrison inside of your houses. That will certainly help out the Khmer player keeping vills safe by their wood line. T90 map is way better. Very much, yes. Just gotta put 3 archery ranges in front of it, and it's a perfect plan. Yeah, chop one of these wood lines to put 3 archery ranges in a neutral patch of rock on Land Madness. Might as well go for half of that. You know, Improvise should just come forward and then just wall T90 in. If ever there's someone like doing some type of streamer challenge that use that as a challenge, wall your enemy in on Land Madness. It wouldn't be as much walling that way. Alright, it'd be much less walling. So Horse Collar for T90, he's doing his eco upgrades. No Horse Collar yet for Improvise. But he's just going to put down all those farms around the TC. They don't need to be there for dropping off purposes as the Khmer, but they are there for safety nevertheless. And a forward spear for T90, as he has walled his wood line, and Improvise will send some scouts forward. But forward into the spears potentially of T90. Finished scripting a map today. I have a lot of maps I need to work on. Some small updates to Rage Forest. 2 or 3 maps for the Brazilian Dynasty finals. Some updates to the existing maps. And here come the scouts in to hit the vills. Vills will hop in the houses. One gets trapped, though, and won't be able to make it back. That vill, and cursed nearly as he dies, as he can't reach the house. And some vills will fight the spear. Some scouts pop out of the stable. And they'll just take out the spear. And now in a scout fight, T90 will lose a scout, trying to bring his spears over. And with the spears in the fight, it's not a fight that Improvise can take. And he'll lose a scout, engaging a bit too much there. So, range for Improvise. The Khmer really do need their range. And we'll see if it's archers or skirms. He can make 1 archer, but then won't be able to research fletching until mining gold. And he will try to mine gold. He'll pick off, most importantly, the spears. That was not a good fight for Improvise, I don't think. The spears are still there, and they're still poking. They're alive and poking. And at the same time, these vills, I think that's another vill trapped who won't be able to make it to the house. And she'll die. That's 3 vill kills in total for T90, and Improvise isn't dealing with those spears. That's the hard part about being the Khmer, when the spears come forward and you only have scouts. Not sure why I didn't wall 1 tile at the berries. It's just a lot to manage, right? It's a lot to manage. And T90 looking pretty strong. The spears come forward to poke the scouts back. Those vill deaths in feudal are killer. I think a Vil death would be killer, regardless of when it happens. Unless there's a delete, then I guess it doesn't count as a kill. And T90 has not had to invest as much into scouts, it feels like. 3 more in queued now. But he wants to make it so that Improvise cannot think about taking a fight with all those spears. More scouts pouring forward from T90 as he's still trying to wall up everything. And we'll get Wheelbarrow from T90 as well, fletching from Improvise. As a couple of archers come forward along with the scouts. 1 scout cleared. Why do pros always do that weird offset wall on the map edge? Oh, that's just because it's a weird thing when they click and drag now. When they try to make it easier to drag walls so that it follows the mouse cursor, when you get to the edge of the map, the mouse cursor gets a bit wibbly, so it tends to be off by a tile. And it's just a UI bug, I want to call it. Maybe quirk would be better than bug, but definitely not a feature. It says a UX design issue, I think. It says a bug, not so much in the implementation, so much as the design. Well, kind of the implementation along the edge of the map. What is that? That's not open. Long distance gold mining, sometimes is what you gotta do. Yeah, making it even longer because they're running around the house. But now it is scouts and archers versus scouts and spears. Forging is in for Improvise. Talmwatch, he's working on upgrades. There's bloodlines and armor. And if T90 can stall until bloodlines comes in, then he can take this fight with his scouts. And maybe even win it with mostly scouts. Spears want pokes. Now he still wants to wait for bloodlines. Forging could be nice too, but especially bloodlines. 8 seconds away, and it's probably fine to engage as it's almost in. So 3, 2, 1, got some nice hits with the spears, clears the archers, and everything from Improvise's army will be killed by T90. Slaughtered on those rocks outside of his lumber camp. And T90 now can move to the safe gold at the back, no longer needs a marathon to the main gold. And Improvise's counterattack did not kill a Vil, and he's still close in res collected, but down by 4 Vils. And oh, also Wheelbarrow, in addition to the now 5 villager advantage. So the res collected is close for now, but it's going to start really pulling ahead into T90's favor soon. Improvised is never going to be walled on this map. let's be understanding about that. So T90 now has fully upgraded Feudal Age scouts, and essentially full Feudal Age upgrades. Has the eco upgrades too, so Improvise will just call the GG right there. And T90 will go up 2-0. Couple of bad fights again. Really difficult map to play. And Nimport Ekwand, thank you for the follow. So if you're a T90 fan, he just got his 2nd win. And let me update that. Yep, scoreboard updated. It's amazing how you can see someone who's 2K1 doing pretty much the simplest build of going scouts. And it's 2 games now where it's been over very quickly. And Lecorno, thank you for the follow. And then Civs. That was Jurchins against the Khmer. So what will our final map be? I don't see the... Oh, there we go. Dashboard just clicked away. It will be Socotra. Let's go Socotra. Japanese versus Maya. That's T90 as the Japanese. Improvise as the Maya. It is a play-all 3, so this will be the final game for this set. Can anyone stop T90? Daniel. And I mean, T90 did lose to Smokey earlier. 2-1. There are 2 players I think who can beat him. And kind of nuts how high the skill ceiling is that a guy that good can be outskilled so drastically. It's not like T90 did anything special, right? He just went scouts. As APM, I don't know. APM is hidden behind a paywall in Capture Age. And someone could maybe check the AoE2 insights if the Rex are up there. Isn't Daniel the top US player? Currently, yes. I think he's certainly the favorite. Just the set today. We might have one afterwards. Might have one afterwards. Yeah, Honeybadger, Godsprisoner afterwards. Oh, in 18 minutes? I thought it was in an hour, 18 minutes. Maybe I read my time zones wrong, though. Or it was on the dashboard at the wrong time. Or you're wrong. That works too. Time zones are hard, says the Australian. Okay, what the heck? Okay, this is Socotra, but way too close. You could do 1 mil on both berries. Take both elephants. Oh, he wanted them. He wanted them. He's just gonna lane with the eagle. It's so close. Yeah, the good choice. Get it in. All right, so improvise. Had to improvise the start, but he's gonna get 2 elephants. Oh, they're so close. They are so close. Not even much T90 could do there. Improvise just had the scout in the right spot. And now with the eagle, he can heal the eagle. Bullshit. Now T90 can try. Oh my gosh. Well, that was surprisingly close. Now T90 is going to try to lame the goats. That's the best recourse he has now. Laming the goats. So this is a weird thing, but you actually want to... oh, he gets another one. Yeah, it's just a miss micro from Improvise there.
Shot it.
You want to let the scout recapture the goats so it can't kill them. That's just like this one. Well, the hunt's in the back at least, so Improvise can mill that. He gets another hit, but that's a lot of lost scout HP too. And if you mill here, you can kind of take the goats on the way to the mill. You get 2 elephants, though. I don't think you're worried about lost sheep like that. Put some racks on those berries as the Japanese. Oh, maybe the Maya just make a whole bunch of archers or skirms. I don't think Improvise is going to suffer from single-minded avoidance of Maya skirms. At least T90's ostriches are in the back for him. And no, Improvise, don't run into the TC. Ooh, now the scout can maybe pick off the eagle. He is perhaps also surprised at how close they are. Nope, they don't last longer as they rot, no. The longer lasting resources for the Maya is only resources are not depleted as quickly as villagers gather from them, but it doesn't affect the decay rate of the hunt. And there's the eagle. And doing some good laming on the ostriches. Might lose the Vil. Yeah, we'll lose the Vil along with the eagle. T90's golds. That's true. The golds for T90. That one's very forward. This one's actually great. Yeah, stone in the back for Improvise, taking up the spot where his gold would have been. But he does have a back gold down here. So if he walls here and here, he's actually super safe. Well, a bit greedy. Imagine he gets all the goats under the TC, just heals the eagle. That's the non-greedy way to play, I think. But wanted to lame himself, and unfortunately for him, T90's hunt was super far to the back. Did he scout? I mean, he scouted enough, right? So T90 sending a sneaky Vil forward. He probably wants to lame. But not much left to lame as the ostriches are all taken by the mill. It's those goats that already have been lamed. Funny berry placement. Yep. And T90 is going to go mill it. Cheaper mill is the Japanese. And there he goes for the mill. And we'll get to Feudal Age on the way for Improvise. Is the res difference from the Elephant Steel? Almost surely, yes. Elephant Steel would be even greater had the goats been under the TC, but the Vils are now working on a lumber camp. And Improvise will just... Yeah, I hope Improvise realizes that this is not one big forest and that he needs to wall here. Because T90 has gone right through that gap earlier and he knows it's there. T90 trapping one Vil inside the mill hole? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He'll need to take that forage bush rather quickly in case archers come forward. Question that move. Maybe it lets you take the berry bush faster so you can free the Vil. I don't know. So Feudal Age there for T90 will be a good minute to minute 15 later than Improvise's Feudal. Improvise maybe slightly late from the barracks, but he will be the one to throw down the barracks near the berries. Well, near the berries, near his own TC, more likely, more like near the TC, but it'll work. It'll work. Get a few militia out. As Improvise Feudal. Still does not have a mill, but if he just wants to arrange an archers, then might not need it right away. He does have the mill in the back on the ostriches, so he can add farms if need be. Just hoping for more chicken walls, for more chicken funnels. No chickens on Socotra. Perhaps thankfully. Eagles, a gallows time to hoover with the gallows. And there is the forward bill. What is this wall? I did notice the side, so he walled that off. He's eventually going to wall up here, and then over here somewhere, keep the stone safe too, ensure he has more wood. Pretty big wall by T90. Oh, that is a pretty big wall by T90. Does keep a gold safe. Keeps the wood safe though. This is a tournament game. Players wall in tournaments. And tower for Improvise, protecting his berries, hitting T90's berries. T90's gonna rush his village to raise a tower in response to that. Both players gonna throw houses to try to quick wall. A couple of eagles forward, and Improvise is just like, okay, I won't build the tower. You can have that one. I can delete my foundation and still have stone for another one. Realizing he's not going to win the race, we'll just go to the other side and tower the berries so that T90 no longer can take them and no longer can counter tower unless he gets more stone. But the stone is not inside the walls for T90. The stone is exposed. So this tower will cover those berries. Is there elevation on this tower? Yes, there is. There's a bit of a hill there. Yeah, but fair enough. It is kind of hard to tell because the one terrain blends to another terrain that's darker, and that kind of obscures the elevation transition. So the tower is walled in. Eagles will try to pick off a Vil. And that Vil very weak, and the archer comes over, and the archer will get the kill. Alright, Vil down. Eagles ready to start breaking in now. Alright. Let's go indeed. Improvise. Down by 2 Vils. But it's still the Maya. Maya are a good civ. Has to be careful losing archers to the skirms, but he has some eagles out to kill the skirms. Yeah, I don't think those Vils... He's trying to improvise a way to take down the tower, but I don't think the Vils get the outpost. It's about the moral victories, right? And T90 adding some walls in case the eagles... or to try to run through and get back here, or to break through and get here. It kind of serves as a wall in both directions to keep the gold safe, too. And now, ooh, T90 had some vills forward, carrying stone. Running a marathon holding that stone. The Eagles are going to try to cut them off. A quick wall would have been sick had it gone up, but not going to be there in time. And as a fourth Eagle coming forward too. And Improvise will pick off one Vill, and then go for the skirms. Force them back and go for other Vills with the skirm. And an archer and a skirm out as a few Eagles come forward. Score flip, Improvise on top. And T90 be a bit careless with his skirms, send them forward and die to the Eagles. Certainly a possibility. And double barracks feudal Eagles. Oh boy, against the pure skirms. The Japanese could always go men-at-arms, but here Improvise maybe banking on T90 trying to play more meta. We'll catch them out of position. No blacksmith upgrades from himself yet. So far, he's realized how bad of a map T90 has. T90 gonna go for a forward mining camp on stone. Double barracks Eagles I was not expecting. You never know what to expect on Socotra. Eagles going for the outpost. Mining camp up for T90. It's a low elo legend mining camp. Better than his archery ranges or his farms. And the outpost is destroyed. That should slow the T90 raids. And Eagle and Archer are both going down, as well as fletching from T90. And we'll see if the Eagles can get in. They could probably just run past the TC fire and not care too much. So many farms there. T90's not going to be able to delete and wall in time. Not without upgrades. They're just going to come back for now and try to chase the skirms. T90 does another tower. That tower is not in range of his TC, but the skirms will be able to camp the TC if they want to defend. And he's just going to send the Vills forward and try to wall to keep the Eagles away. No Vills garrison, so the tower's not much of a threat. Eagles instead going to loop around. Still to barracks, but not producing any more Eagles. And there's a defensive tower at the front of Improvise's base, who is fully walled off, or just about working towards it. Has to be careful of that hole. Three houses there as the Eagles keep hovering around. The skirms hit the Eagle. And Improvise buying 100 stone for gold. The lion will go for the skirms but be picked off. And now maybe the Eagles can get around the side. Bill's mining. They're doing houses in front of the stone. And can the skirms pick off the Eagles? This is going to be close. Can't he just attack move here against skirms? I mean, if he attack moves, T90 just runs away with the skirms. I've legit seen skirmishers beat Eagle Warriors, like Castle Age Eagle Warriors on this map too many times. And T90 won't be that far away from being up, then he can do Elite Skirm. Yeah, like maybe saving for the Castle Age, we can get the free attack boost. Could be better. Triple barracks, alright. It'll be triple barracks Eagles against the Japanese. And that's kind of just counting on T90 not to go longswords. Or maybe not to go Cav Archer. Although skirm production from the Mire should be pretty simple. Improvise isn't really there for it yet. Yeah, imagine if Improvise could place a castle. That would be a good timing advantage if he gets up, but not quite going to be there. Arson and armor, so all the upgrades for the Eagles coming in. And he really wants to push the Eagles. Okay, it'll be a full Eagle push as T90 does the Man-at-Arms upgrade, maybe preparing for Long Swordsman to fight the Eagles. He has, with that outpost, ooh, just missed seeing the third barracks. So he sees it's double barracks eagles, but doesn't know about the third. The eagles will attack that outpost. They know it's time to knock it down. And there is Improvise to the Castle Age, as that tower still stands. We'll see the eagles get there if I can click one properly. Now up to 7 attacks, 7+1. And they will try to take down that tower. This one has some skirms in it, but not the biggest concern, because the gallows now hoover their way at the base of the tower to surround it and try to destroy it. And there is a forward workshop from Improvise, so triple barracks eagles, forward workshop, he's being aggressive. 3 on stone for T90, he's a far ways away from a castle. 64 versus 62 EAPM, 91 versus 81 peak. Alright, sounds pretty similar in APMs then. As the eagles try to push through the palisade. Now, longsword squires and bowsaw. And longswords, eagles do not want to fight longswords. Longswordsmen will have +6 against eagles. That is a horrible matchup for the eagles. That workshop really needs to get... It's going for a ram first. Okay, I'll see the longswords, even under the tower, doing some damage to the eagles. Maybe there are just too many eagles. But the eagles don't want to keep fighting this forever. And now look how thin the eagle numbers are. Oh, that's not good when you're going triple stable, or triple barracks eagles. Okay, there's the ram. I was expecting to see a scorpion to deal with the longswords. And that tower looks like it'll go down. So it's always very hard to stop a player who knows how to defend themselves and avoid suddenly dying. I love seeing a long swordsman. Who doesn't love seeing long swordsmen? Double barracks long swordsman now. So iron casting for Improvise. But he needs something other than eagles and long swords. Maybe that something will be plumes. He's going to need a lot more stone for that. Very neuron activation, the long swordsman. So, long swords attacking the ram. Eagles... I don't like this fight for Improvise. The long swords are too scary. The eagles really do need to fear the long swordsman. Especially HP too, 55 to 60. And I think the eagles are just going to be devastated there by the long swords. Improvise, he has 3 on stone, maybe he wants to go plumes, but he needs to get there really soon, otherwise the long swords are going to wreck everything. Yeah, Japanese long swordsmen too. Eagles cannot fight long swordsmen. There's an outpost on the workshop. Mangadels attack the workshop too. Monk wants a conversion. Eagles come in. Will they actually be able to pick a Mangonel though? It's close. I mean, the Mangonel isn't really that useful though. At this point, maybe for pushing buildings. But for now, T90 has gold and stone, he has resources. T90 now has a big score lead in Improvise. Can't quite figure out what to do with the eagles. That's a lot of skirms too. And Mangonel down to the eagles. He tried. He must have played a lot of Socotra games with triple barracks eagles, but it just didn't work out against what T90 was going for. He also saw so many skirms and might have been thinking, okay, I'll just go eagles to deal with the skirms, but a few longswords are all that's needed. Oh, nice hit on the skirms, though. Nice hit on the skirms. But we have Vils fighting longswords. One conversion comes in. And maybe that monk just saved Improvise, as he's converted the longsword on the gold. Got a couple of kills there. But that kind of even things out a bit. He'll probably lose this workshop. There's some idle time for T90 fighting it with Vils. Another monk out. F indeed, F indeed. Panic baskets. Okay, maybe we're back. Oh, my F might have sent that time. Okay, rip. I'll have to rejoin the game. Hold on, hold on. Can't believe T90 cut the stream. We're at around 30 minutes there. I can maybe find it again. See if my internet can stabilize. Which is working. Let me refresh YouTube. Let's see. I need to get the YouTube back. Okay, we're back. I need to rejoin the game. Hold on, hold on. Let me click a few buttons. And we need to get back to that point. I think it was almost over, too. But we'll see. Improvise in red again. You can watch the wonderful elephant lame. We're at around 31 minutes when that happened. Yeah, and scouting with the goats there when you need to pull them back earlier. So just a couple mistakes on the goats early. Oh, Emu, thank you for the raid. It's okay, YouTube doesn't matter. YouTube's back. YouTube's back, I think. We're back on YouTube, right? Can someone confirm if we're back? Let me know if we're back there. My internet's been really... It was stable for a while, and I didn't have drops, and it's been really jumpy recently. I don't know if I can report this to my ISP somehow. There we are. One day we'll have fiber. Sure, blame it on your ISP. Never been more true. Villain scout down. Yeah, at this point, it's so hard to fight with skirms with the eagles because skirms can camp the TC. Doesn't really matter how many eagles you get. You never really jump that, and that tower's close enough to the TC. The skirms protect it. More eagles running around. Can't really fight. And we're still about 10 minutes away, so we'll get long swords. Or men-at-arms on the way up. Another barracks. So tower down, eagles can't break in. Nice walling there from T90. There's the eagles getting massacred. Ram, I still think, was overly ambitious and needed to be scorpions or mangonels. It's just something so it could fight properly. Alright, yeah, we saw this. Just about there. There is a monk. And T90 keeps coming forward with more towers. And we're just about where we were now. Alright, there we are. All's good. We'll get the fight on the gold, longsword converted, and maybe another Vil kill there. And so far, it's a 4-3 Vil KD. T90, 15.8k res collected. He's going to destroy the workshop. We're almost at the point of doing a castle from Improvise. And let's see, where is he going to put the castle? There's a mangonel shot on the monk. And, I mean, wherever he wants to put it, he needs a bit more stone. But he's fighting long swords with Vils. I don't think that's anything you ever want to do. Vils don't really fight long swords. Or the village that went to raise a castle is not being that effective right now. A castle is already underneath a tower. Here comes a mangonel. Here come two mangonels. And the long... Yeah, one conversion comes in. T90 will just tank that and force the Vills back. He's going to get his own castle up, gets a mangonel shot on the Vills. And the Eagle will go down too. And long swords there. And can they get the monk? Looks like they will. And there's the GG. And T90 will win that 3-0. My internet just didn't hold up for the last minute of the game. It was too afraid of the castle that Improvise would fail to get up. But T90, 68-39 KD, survives the super early lame. And manages to go skirms versus eagles and come out on top. So triple barracks might have just been a bit too greedy there. Maybe Improvise needed to go for a workshop instead of the third barracks. Doubt incoming. Oh, Twitch might need to refresh. They are kind of behind. Yeah. T90 will win Socotra. And that'll be Japanese over the Maya. And I'll save the day, as they always do. So there will be one set coming up in about 45 minutes, I think. Let me double check the schedule. It should be... Yeah, Godsprisoner versus Honeybadger, and that should be the last stage of the group stage. So we can actually just go to the standings. Let's check out what the standings are right now. And see where we're at. So as far as the group stages here, we had Group B, Masty first, then Emu Development. Group A, which just finished, Smokey, with a 1-game lead, did win 2-1 over T90, finishes first there. T90 second, and Fish and Tofu sneaks by, finishing third. I'll have... Oh, Jade Arrow Gamer's name is so large. And Varian. Hello, Varian.
You
Oh,
challenge
you're at the
my every
land. Hello,
decision.
Varian.
It is as if you seek to lead the hounds
Lands.
yourself.
Yeah, the USA people are having a land this weekend. So, Group C, no surprise to see Daniel winning there. Yellow Jacket second and Ink third. And then Group D will have Scotty. 1 game, 1 point over Bloodless. And looks like... I guess if Godsprisoner gets a sweep, then is 3-1. What did lose to Bloodless. I don't think there's any chance that Godsprisoner finishes second. While Honeybadger could still finish third. Whoever wins the set, I think, then gets in. Or no, as long as Godsprisoner wins 1 game, then he has 8 points. And Honeybadger then can get at most 7. Yeah, Lily Bear. She's living in the US right now. And let's see, what are the tiebreakers? Points set wins head-to-head score. Yeah, so as long as Godsprisoner wins a game, he should advance. Otherwise, Honeybadger would need to sweep to make the playoffs. And we don't have a bracket there yet. So we can probably maybe cast a game for the next 45 minutes or so, and then get to the last set. Yeah, I think that makes sense. What else do we have going on right now? Honeybadger gets in with a win? Oh, if Honeybadger wins, though, then if Honeybadger wins 2-1, this is the stand. If Honeybadger wins 2-1, he gets 7 points, and Godsprisoner gets 8, and Godsprisoner is still ahead. That's what this, unless the standings are wrong now. Because it says points ahead of sets. Oh, set win also awards 1 point? Oh, okay. That's not how the points work. That's apparently a set win then awards a point, and it's not just games. Alright, then whoever wins the set gets in. So then if Godsprisoner does go 3-0, then he gets a point, and he could be number 2 then. Could be number 2. And 1 point per set win then. And minus 1 point for admin losses. Alright, so let's find something to cast. Last time I said let's find something to cast, we found a 6.5 hour game. Oh, Smokey's playing a game. Let's cast Smokey. That's right, the next set will be... Godsprisoner versus Honeybadger. Let me just add that to the YouTube title too. And add that to the tags. And we'll just head over to a ranked game. Hold on, let me set this up. So we'll have, this will be a random ranked game on Kilimanjaro. It'll be Smokey as a yellow Khmer against Jibitong as the blue Gajurs on Kilimanjaro. Yeah, just cast this one game real quick. Now we know they can be long. Oh, the Leopard. Renamed Leopard. So, Kilimanjaro, flag on top of the mountain, 2 golds. And Smokey here, our wonderful USA player. Smokey will be to the west, and Jibitong will be to the east as the blue Gajurs. Let me just check my... flag setup then if I have Jibitong's name somewhere. I don't apparently. I think he's on Ling Yuan still. And he's trying to break through into Smokey's base with some camels and skirmishers. A good old camel scout from the Gajurs. You don't usually see too many of these in the feudal age, but it can certainly be helpful against scouts. Just the flag lit up just for the flex. Why are there 2 non-US players in the tournament? Because they're US residents. And Paradox allowed residents to play. Check what team Jibitong's on now. Does the dashboard still tell me LY? Because I think the LY split themselves up into one team that's TL. It's all Paradox's fault. Dashboard's not loading at all. Oh, Tomorrow Light is the name of the team. TL. That's what it's called. Okay, Tomorrow Light, and that's what Daniel's on now. Okay, now I know what it means. update my players then. Alright. So, Camel's pushing through, Cav Archer plus Knight defense. But that's a big army for Gibbetong now, even though Smokey has the score lead. The T90 yes he did. Do Puerto Rico and Guam count for the US Cup? They should. As should the Northern Mariana Islands. And thank you, Archfrost, for the sub.
Sweet Jean, I shall avenge thee.
And there's Elite Skirm, Padded Archer Armor, Gold Mining, all on the way for Gibbetong as the Camels push the Knights back. Disappointing compared to Team Liquid. And scouts will be hitting the skirms. Or the Cav Archers will hit the skirms, but Smokey... Second TC in the back, so we just have a slight Vil lead. Wait, what's this? I have some scouts in the corner. I was excited for a sneak briefly. So, Monastery for Relics, University at Home for Eventual Ballistics, and there's the Siege Workshop for Smokey. Hasn't really taken too much damage in terms of Vil kills, but he's down by about 1k resources, and now needs to defend with that workshop. Hello, Ducks! How you doing, Ducks? Well, who else is at the Duckland now? Over in Connecticut. Is Ducks at the Duckland? You're not in CT? Alright. I'm not alone in not being there then. Alright, so Skirm's back up as the Scorpion gets some shots on them. And Gibbetong's gonna stop. He's not gonna put any more pressure on Smokey. Smokey will keep booming up. And risky to move out against Shravamschreider, Skirmisher, Camel. 3 units that in different ways should counter the Cav Archers. Smokey's gonna attempt it. He's now gotten a Vil lead. He's closed up that res gap a bit. He'll take out the Leopard chasing him. There'll be a University for Smokey. Just needs Gibbetong to play like he's T90. Houses going up. But now the Camels are in, now the Shravamschreiders are in, and now they're on the wood line. What's the best thing for Smokey to do here? Tartan fight with Vils? He's maybe microing the Cav Archers too much. He's not responding in time. So, those are still very weak units, but he's just going to run to the TC. Has some good idle time now, and that res collected lead is going to jump right up due to all those idle Vils. That's another dead Vil too. So there goes that Vil lead. That Smokey had been trying so hard to build that second TC. And now he might need to delete those houses or hop in and hop to the TC if he needs to run. Actually, it's nice if you run. You can just use the houses as gates. Yeah, and he's going to do just that. Getting the gather points to work can be finicky, especially when you ungarrison behind. There's less room to ungarrison behind usually than in front. I don't know if that ever was changed, but usually you can't ungarrison the top of the building. You can ungarrison elsewhere around it. Now he's going back to the wood line. Oh gosh, the Vils are dancing back and forth between the gold and that wood line. Man, if only Smokey had just done a few more palisades in front, maybe he'd be okay. But he's still up by a good villager count. Same eco upgrades for both players. Scorpion's there. Schrider finally goes down. Scorpion hits the skirms. And there's a chain barding armor for Jibbertong. More skirms just walk under the TC, still not walled up by Smokey, and that lets the skirms just waltz on in. And those vills are so weak, and they need to find a place to chop wood. The skirms are gonna get back out, just in and out, in and out. And oh, he deleted the house. Smokey did get back to the gold. This is rough. This is very rough for Smokey. And then we'll have Wheelbarrow for Jibbertong, as he's gonna take the TC right up in the middle of the map, claim the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. And the 2 extra golds that are on the map. He's also grabbing relics too, 2 of them already. 3rd TC for Smokey, still trying to boom. We've had a 2nd TC for Jibbertong on a gold at his main base. Nice TC location between the wood and the gold. And his 3rd will be atop the mountain in the middle. Smokey though with a 10 vil lead. But doesn't matter if they're all idled. And that's now 2k more res collected for Jibbertong. Settling to the top of the mountain definitely is a flex. Trying to flex his economy now. And ballistics and wheelbarrow for Smokey. As a monk carrying the relic. We'll try to bring it back. That'll be the 3rd relic. Cav archers will kill the monk most likely, but even then it'll be picked up. Smokey's paying attention. He'll go for the monk. And then maybe go for the stone vills. That is exposed. I mean, the gate is open. He's gonna run through the gate. Smokey with the dance moves getting through the gate. And he's gonna kill all the vills on that stone. Has to worry about his own wood line there. But he's getting some kills here. He's quick-walled, maybe slightly. But okay, he's getting some vill kills. That's now 11 to 9. This is still open. The skirm won't block the pathing. Has Jibbertong even realized this? I don't think he has. Smokey will kill all the vills on this gold mine. And on the other side, this army trying to break in, but Smokey has 4 scorpions. He's getting another gate to keep them safe. He's maybe going to lose the cav archers to skirms. But Jibbertong is now it's 81 to 55 vills all of a sudden. Smokey's going to lose his whole army. Well, what just happened here? How effective will the scorpions be? Not at all. That gate needed to be stone instead of palisade. And now the Riders are in. They're going to destroy all of the scorpions. And now Smokey's in a lot of trouble as this army is in his base and maybe not contained. He could quick wall it in though. Wait. He could send a vill and build that house. And trap the army. But he's still going cav archers that probably die to this. So, okay, but both players taking a bit of a beating. Smokey's still up by about 25 vills, but I mean, he's down by 1k res now instead of 2k. That's a bonus, but these vills are still idle. That's 11 idled vills. And still no way to deal with the skirms. As we'll have a forward workshop now from Jibbertong. He applies more pressure over the mountain. Valmod Smokey. Duckland, I'm sure, going to be rooting for Smokey. And what? I mean, that workshop is smoking. Oh, he sees the workshop. He can deny it. Cav archers can deny that. That's another 4 vills that might go down. Let's see how heavily Jibbertong commits to this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 vills down, but he got the workshop up. Alright, still a 30 vil lead for Smokey, who has 1,800 wood he's floating because he doesn't have room for farms with all this pressure. He needs to get those skirms dead somehow, and he's going to go for a forward castle. Alright, let's go forward castle. Maybe try to sneak out here for some more farms. Oh, there's a ram right there. Ooh. Okay, elephant ram. Not what you want to see if you're building a castle. Neither's this economy. Hello, Bertus. And hello, Baron. Rawr. Is the castle going to go up? Castle will go up. And then maybe Vils can garrison, kill the skirms. This is a Khmer castle. Can he do a ballista elephant? Vils will try to fight the elephant here, but they will also die. So he's got no military. Giverton closing the Vil difference now. Now it's only a 20 Vil difference. Both players killing Vils left and right. TC and the castle will combine to destroy the skirmisher army. And if the skirms go down and Smokey can Vil fight the elephants to kill them, he might be okay. There's a third elephant. These are the Gajur elephants. The Gajur elephants are scary. Like, you don't want to have a castle near Gajur elephants. There's no monk healing them, but the only thing to kill them are the villagers. Gibertong's kind of running out of forward military, but sending more Shravamsh riders in from the back. The Shravamsh riders are killing the Vils. A few scouts out from Smokey, but the castle goes down. The castle goes down. Maybe did the castle a bit too far forward. And now, what military does Smokey have? Nothing. What building does he have? It's under 10 now. And those Gajur elephants are crazy. How much armor on them? They have 0 melee armor because they have the +2 and they benefit from the blacksmith upgrades that the Shravamsh riders have been getting. So yeah, melee armor protects them from the villagers. 3 damage instead of 5. And dang, those elephants are strong. Don't mess with the Gajur elephants. There's the gate down. Our riders causing some damage. Ooh, they can take out that mangonel. That mangonel will go down easily. Now the elephant's going for the town center. And well, we're just gonna have more cav archers? I don't think the cav archers are working for Smokey. Too many skirms. And he's not counterattacked for a long time now. Poor Smokey. Gonna lose the TC. The Vils have to run. The Gajur elephants are crazy in how fast they destroy everything. Yeah, spears would be great. But he's the Khmer and he skipped the barracks and he doesn't have any spears. Classic Khmer not having any spears. No camels, nothing to kill the elephants. The scouts weren't there in time. If that castle held, he might have been in an okay spot, but hold, it did not. GG, and has some F's in the chat for Smokey. At least now I know what TL stands for, Tomorrow Light. And the new team split off from LY. Not sure 200 Vils was the play. Maybe he needed 201 Vils. So, alright, let's just try to... Oh, that's not a draft. We'll try to find something else to cast then, in between, before we wait for this set. Or as we're waiting for the set. Let's see, we could cast... I don't want to cast a 50-minute Arabia game. We cast Survivalist against Falcoa. Or Falcao. Falcon El Pardal. Okay, let me get this set up. This looks like it's just Arabia. Alright. There we go. After Ornlu Sunset. I don't know the standings, Calvin. I don't know the standings. Yeah, ask Paradox. He can do the math on stream live. Okay, there is Falcon. I guess I'll just call him Falcon. Up to Feudal. Is he on a team of any sorts? Because I can add that to my overlay. 2. Oh, they didn't play the third game. Admin losses are -1. I don't know if that's per game or per set, though. So there is Wheelbarrow for Survivalist as we catch up to real time. There we go. So build counts are the same. Survivalist defending. There's a Trush. He has a huge wood line. Well, might need to run to try to get to the other side. Spanish versus Mongols, so we might see conquistadors, but that would require stone. And right now the stone is forward for Survivalist. And he doesn't even have a second stone. Wait, where's the second stone? That's a neutral stone. Where is his second stone? That's the second stone for Falcon. Oh, there it is, behind the tower. Stone is behind the tower. So now Survivalists could wall up again in the back behind this. Smokey! Hello, Smokey. We saw your previous game, Smokey. We saw the pain of the Gajura siege elephants. And now Falcon trying to break through. Survivalist will look like he's able to push that away. And hello, Jeep. How you doing, Jeep? The siege elephants are insane. Especially the melee armor they got, because your Vills didn't do much damage to them. If those were rams, it felt like the Vills probably would have destroyed them. Some of the map shallow water. The odd trail behind the villagers. Their footprints. The dirt they kick up. I think that's just dirt. Yeah, your Vills were doing nothing. They're sad Vills. Yeah, no water on this outside of the ponds. And Survivalist is up, but still no stone, so it's not like you'll have an instant castle and conquistadors. More walled-in towers. Alright, so Falcon walling in the towers. You see, forcing some scouts back.
Monday?
Smokey race car driver is your biggest fan as of right now. Ooh, okay. Smokey needs to go do some grocery shopping. He has a fast driver to take him there. So fully walled in tower. Not even just partially, fully walled in. Blacksmith and a few houses up, and Falcon won't be able to get in, so Survivalist going for the good old stone wall most of the map strategy. You don't see it that much these days, but still is a thing you can do. If you ever need a race car driver, you know who to call. Someone's watched Teutonic Fortress strategy. I mean, you can do the Spanish Fortress with missionaries, I guess. Yeah, the missionaries can't heal as far as the Teuton monks, but you can keep them alive from their mobility. Missionaries are insane now, since they get Bloodlines Husbandry, Fervor, Sanctity, and the 3 Cav armor upgrades. Where those upgrades, and he's gonna go missionaries. Yeah, those upgrades don't cost any gold, because you're the Spanish, and you also get 20 gold every time you research a tech, so bit of extra gold for them. Turn the map into arena. That's true. Oh yeah, did you see the map pool next week is gonna have quick start arena for 1v1s? That's so weird. I feel kind of bad for the streamers who are practicing for their ranked games and have been learning arena builds and now suddenly have to do a 9-vil start arena. Oh, and team games? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. I just saw it for 1v1s. Yeah, the team game map pool is gonna be horrible then. Just have it as a toggle option. It is basically a toggle option, but you can't really toggle it in the map pool. Maybe you could make it a vote thing. Like if players want a good old 3-vil start, you vote for the 3-vil start. Like you do for random Civ. Scouts hit the missionary. Let me play my slow arena. 100% agreed, especially for team games. Give me room to drush on arena. Yeah, if both agreed 9-vil, otherwise 3-vil. That'd be nice. That'd be nice, actually. So 3 TCs for Falcon. Full missionaries for survivalist. Let's go, missionaries. Map pool doesn't have houseboat. Imagine, like, 9 start houseboat, only instead of 9 it's 9 transport ships. That would be completely useless, but it would be hilarious. Oh, has anyone ever played Deathmatch on houseboat? That sounds horrible. Deathmatch houseboat. We gotta do that someday. That sounds awful. Oh, we need some of that. We are cooking. Houseboat sudden. It's been used as sudden death before. We're not gonna have it for this sudden disaster. I do like it as a sudden death map, though. It's kind of interesting. Going for Treb snipes and trying to just defend the Trebs on water. Not gonna use that again. I'm still kind of. We're still debating the map pool for sudden disaster. That's a ways off now, but we'd like to kind of get it somewhat finalized soon. This Kakuza boat. Maybe what we should do for sudden disaster is have a map where both TCs start within range of each other. So the entire game is a TC fight, and you have to struggle to keep your TC standing. Migration sudden disaster. That would make the water super strong, though. It'd be all about landing that main island, and you wouldn't be able to TC the middle. I mean, all about landing the player island. When does it end? End of July, I think. We're running it June through July. So, yeah, map contest for sudden disaster is out there. So, light cav archer, and archer to counter the missionaries. These are 65 HP missionaries with 2 pierce armor. Getting a few conversions on light cav. Oh, the instas. I mean, there's no castle. They didn't even have Inquisition yet for the +1 range and the better conversion probabilities. Or it might not be a probability anymore. It might just be a min-max decrease. Either way, it helps them. You miss insta conversions? I agree. I was never a fan of the changes to monks. So, forging there for Falcon. Well, go full cav archer. Now, full cav archer feels like it should work. And I guess they don't need bloodlines against missionaries. They do need husbandry. There's a castle. Could this be a doubt castle if the missionaries are forward? Feudal army, and survivalist really doesn't want to waste conversions on the feudal army. So there's the castle foundation being placed. Survivalist actually ahead in Vills too. He's booming behind this. 4th TC on the way. And he's going to convert all of those archers, I think. Yeah, he does get all of them, basically. Everything else runs back. Mongols, they... what's their monk tech tree? They do have heresy and devotion and faith. So they can do the monastery upgrades defensively against missionaries. Yeah, Persians permaban. Yeah, elephants get conversion resistance. Some more light cav for Falcon. Does the Byzantines team bonus apply to missionaries? Does that make them heal faster? Now that I think about this, could this be like Spanish Donkey Rush healing each other as a team game strat? You won a game and somehow lost 3. Yeah, the elo counter is broken. I've seen the hypothesis that it counts your total elo won or lost throughout the current session entirely instead of per game. But that's, I think, not the right value, clearly, to be displaying for a game-by-game elo change. But it would be cool to have that number displayed in addition. Well, they shouldn't have removed the old one, so I guess this is just a bug. So light cap pick off of Mangonel. Oh, the missionaries, they're ready to raid some infrastructure. Convert the market, go convert the tower, too. Let's see, how many villas does Survivalist manage to pick off here? That's 1, 2 houses. He gets the market, too. He gets the market. Running some missionaries under the TC. Lots of light cav come back to swarm him. And maybe there's enough light cav out now that he needs to think about doing something other than missionaries, but the healing here is going to be crazy. And he's going to lose some missionaries, but he'll get away with some more. Or he'll run into cav archers. So you didn't lose Elo? Probably not, would be my guess. Barracks now for Halb's pikemen to deal with the light cav spam, keep the missionaries safe. But Falcon, with that fight, took the score lead, but still is down in vills and in res collected. The KD is somewhat inaccurate because Survivalist has a few conversions. There's a barracks for Survivalist. And Suarez and Scale Mail.
See?
Monday.
There's Scale Barding, Devotion, and Wheelbarrow, all for Falcon. Scale Mail for Survivalist. We'll see if he tries to take these buildings with the missionaries. He'll go for the range. He sees all the light cav forward, so he's got nothing to worry about here. Range in the stable. And the tower. And the tower. You can convert towers with redemption. And there he goes. Oh my gosh, converting towers is sick. If you can go for the other tower too. Yep, and he's charged, he's going for it. The Vills have to fight. Where is Murder Holes? Can he get the tower in time? Those charge conversions, I know it no longer swaps from unit, or from building to unit. Does it swap building to building? Probably not, but there we go, 2 converted towers. There goes all the farming. So, alright, that's a lot of pikemen now. Pikemen versus light cav should be good for the pikemen. Even with a few cav archers behind, that's a lot of dead light cav. That was an expensive loss as Survivalist now retakes the score lead. And, I mean, what happens now? The Vills have to destroy their own towers. Not like they can convert them back. There's another mining camp in Imperial Age on the way for Survivalist. At that point, he gets help. He also gets block printing and Theocracy. And also would get Illumination, as all the monk upgrades. Spanish have a full monk tech tree. And he still does need that castle for Inquisition. And how many cav archers get converted? That's when things get scary. How many Mangudai get converted? Ooh, Mangudai. In theory, Mangudai would be good against these, but I think you do need the defense upgrades. Not just Devotion, maybe even Heresy. You probably do need Bracer and Imp. Yeah, this is some clown gameplay. The missionaries are legit OP. Like, they're a super strong unit with all their upgrades. Like this army should stop missionaries. But will it? There's the castle. I think those Stonevilles need to go rush up that castle too. There go the pikemen to keep the light cav at bay. And the missionaries convert the cav archers. And there right away is Inquisition. Oh, how many cav archers are going to be converted here? How many? Look at this pathing. The spears are following. Those are devoted cav archers, but not devoted enough. Is this going to be a good fight for Survivalist? I think it is. He's got healing too. What did he lose? 2 or 3 missionaries there? All the light cav just got massacred. And as soon as there's the GG. There's the GG. That's a very good missionary micro. That is. He got the conversions, got everything he needed. Converted towers, converted buildings, stable, range, market. And I mean, doesn't that feel like that should have been a good army? That was a lot of cav archers. Maybe just not enough. He survived with everything. Yeah, give us a good 34 RFZG% for that game. Oh man, that was crazy. And we have a 93 to 51 KD, but 32 conversions. As he just that's I think when he started pumping the pikemen. Dang. He only does idle military micro for monks. I think the reason you don't do it for the most part is because you don't know which monk you're selecting. And sometimes you can be surprised where you jump if you have other military that's also idle. But yeah, definitely is a viable way of selecting monks while you're there. Okay, I think Paradox is going to cast the set, so we might co-cast. Alright, so I'm going to take a very quick break myself. We'll be right back. And then we'll look to get, what is this? It'll be Godsprisoner against Honeybadger going. This will be the group stage and play all three. Alright, so just gonna wait for the draft to start. And then when Paradox goes live, I will... Oh, Survivalist versus Bloodless right now on Bozzy Random Walled. So hard to stay in touch with smaller tournaments unless there's a simple place I'm missing. Yeah, it can definitely be hard. Tried Wikipedia, but it's confusing. It is. I really do miss when we had AoE Zone as a place for everything. It was much simpler then. Let's see, this is Group D, Godsprisoner, Honeybadger. T90, thank you for the sub.
We are doomed for certain.
Yeah, posted on AoE Zone, pinned on Reddit. That's kind of a problem for everything, though. There's no one central place. Right, because I doubt that, like, the broader community still is browsing Reddit or AoE Zone. A Twitch baby, too. Oh, boy. I mean, Discord is maybe the place to post these days. Then everyone knows about it. Everyone important, anyway. Yeah, there's some IRL casting going on. That's in Connecticut right now. This is the biggest tournament. This is going to determine the world champion. Like, T90 is in the running to be the world champion now if he wins USA Cup. So is Smokey, so is Daniel. And so potentially is one of Godsprisoner or Honeybadger. Amazing insights, Varian. Varian's very insightful. Especially when backed up by baskets. And Emu and Masty and whoever else is there. The shade on US-based tournaments claiming world championships. That's the comment I get every single time. I think we are very safe to say we are the world champion of American football. Whoever wins the Super Bowl. I think that's fair to say, right, chat? I think that's fair. All right, is Paradox live yet? Paradox online. Oh gosh, Twitch, don't spam me. Ads like that. Oh, Survivalist stream title is Conk and Donk is back. Oh, there you go, there's Paradox. Stream is starting. Alright, so we're gonna co-cast with Paradox for this. Impressed the AoE devs made such an in-depth fantasy world setting for the game. All just so that Texas had more maps than just Texas in the game. Right? It's AoE 2 is basically Texas plus fantasy world. So Paradox is knocking on our stream to collab. Let me see if I can accept this properly. So get ready to join Paradox's chat. I'll give him a call. Did that accept? Might not have accepted. Twitch. What are you doing, Twitch?
Hello, Mr. West.
Hello, Paradox. How you doing?
Good evening. Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing well. Can you try to knock again, or I can knock on you? For some reason, Twitch didn't do anything when I clicked accept.
Do you know why I did it on mine? I use Microsoft Edge, man.
Use
It's
Microsoft
not support.
Edge?
It's
not
not
supported. All right.
I was like, fuck. It's fine.
All right, let me try knocking on you then. Do you have like Firefox or Chrome or something you could open?
Oh my god. Chrome. Oh, there's Chrome. Am I signed in on now? That's the problem. Hang on.
Oh yeah, you need to sign in. That's so silly. How is a web browser not supported? They're doing the dual combining chat thing. Yeah, too edgy for all of this Age of Empires action.
Oh god. Microsoft Edge is good. I'm not gonna have, it's never let me down.
Yeah, Internet Explorer has let me down many times, so don't think I could ever deal with going back to Edge.
Right, time to open the Authenticator app.
Oh yes.
Did I get the code in time? I did. Have we got a draft up yet?
We have a map draft.
Nice. What's fine? Touch.
Ooh.
What have they selected so far?
So the first map was going to be Migration. Godsprisoner is going hard for the custom maps, going South Dakota Badlands and Voyagers. Honeybadger going a bit more standard with graveyards, but also inundation. Unfortunately banned Mesa Verde though. And now they get their map draft. So let me get both these clicked onto the overlay.
Is Mesa Verde according to Emu?
Is Emu an expert on that?
I'm not sure if Emu's an expert on anything.
Whoever wins 2-1 goes to the playoffs? Yes, because you get 1 point for winning the series. So whoever wins 2-1 makes it to the playoffs.
It's a good old win in your in situation. We should all be very familiar with American sports whenever that happens.
Yeah, and it's a play all three, so if one player goes up 2-0, that third game's going to be awkward for the other player.
Okay, how the hell do you knock?
Okay, let me.
I'm like so far out of. Oh, there you go.
Okay, you can knock. I can accept this.
I knocked back. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Works. Nice.
All right, now you need to click another button to share the chat if you haven't already. Inside, there should be a little pop-up window with a plus sign in a chat bubble that you click.
Holy, I am so cooked. Am I drunk? I haven't drank anything.
Probably.
This is what it's like to be Scottish. You're just permanently steaming. As we like to say in Scotland.
Alright, let me know if you found the button to share. Also, in the window that pops up, you might want to mute yourself and deafen me so that you're not like double talking on Discord.
There's just too much tech for me tonight. Can't believe it.
It actually is really silly how difficult it is to combine chats on Twitch.
My gosh. Okay, so South Takata Badlands, Voyagers, Inundation Graveyards, cool. What's it in bans? So Honeybadger's got Inundation as a home map, and he banned Koreans. I think that's probably a pretty good play. Gets rid of Mongols. Getting rid of like super OP civs on certain maps, right? Like Burgundians could be really nice in graveyards.
2P are banned too from Godsprisoner. That's kind of a scary one for Inundation if you get a castle up. Maybe Voyagers too. The Blackwood Archers, I think, are one of the best units in the game right now. I'm really scared of them.
They're so easy to mass, man. I've only played like a few games with the new civ since they came out, and I played like one game with 2P. And I was like, holy crap, I've got like 80 of these within like a few.
Yeah, you get a lot of them. I've played a few games in like a team game pocket from them, and I feel like they just destroy almost everything else. I've seen Rage Force games where they're destroying siege onagers and elephants. They're crazy when they get the poison damage.
All these new game mechanics, too much.
I agreed back when they added the Castilier.
I think, yeah, Kustis is like the charge attack was definitely something that seemed a bit very anti-AoE. I think the what do you call it is for Gajaras are the worst though. Shramshas.
Shramshas, yeah. Those are very, very, very questionable at best.
So we had Vikings first pick and Malay first pick for Honeybadger. Looks like they're both just zeroing in on the game 1 map. Should be pretty important.
Yeah, both just zeroing in on migration. Britons thought we'd boycott them in USA Cup. Oh, that's true. That's true.
It's pretty rich coming from T90, isn't it?
Yeah, they dressed him up as an arena player for casting Red Bull.
Hindustanis probably to graveyards. I'm not sure where Jursons get played. Probably South Dakota Badlands, and then Britons is a bit of a question. Maybe Inundation.
You know, Britons could be like a counter unique unit civ for some unique units on Inundation. I don't know if they like counter Bengalis though. Bengalis, I'd imagine, could just go Rothas for Inundation.
I feel like they're not mobile enough for Voyagers, so I don't see them getting played there, but yeah. Maybe if you can go like for some Holy Stonewall on Voyagers, which some people have done, they could be really hard to push.
Or maybe you just like castle up the middle to try to take all the stones.
Then just nuke everything. With all your longbows. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, if you control the middle, you hit a lot of the map with longbows and werewolf tribs.
Yeah. I think Godsprisoner's draft looks a bit more straightforward. Bengalis probably on Voyagers there for the big boom. Oh no, he's got Chimera. Oh, he got Chimera last. Maybe
Chimera.
not actually.
I mean, Georgians or Chimera could be on Voyagers too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
really
think...
nice picks.
Yeah, I don't know what Honeybadger is going to do for Inundation, though. That feels like you could go Malay there, maybe, but Malay clearly have to be for migration. Unless he goes Byzantines for migration.
Yeah, Byzantines seem kind of washed in the current water meta.
Yeah, they do.
We have Vikings being able to produce fires. That's so wrong. It's so wrong.
Oh, I did the shared stream collapse. My Windows says the host removed you as a guest.
What?
Yeah, let me try. Let me try knocking. Let me try knocking. I will knock. Something went wrong. Try again. Is that I can probably click the combined chat button. Oh wait, something went wrong. Yeah, I can't.
So I try and tell this joke to Americans all the time, and they never get it. And it's who invented the knock knock joke?
I don't get it.
It's two chaps. It's a classic. As you knock on a door, you're chapping it. It's difference in language. Never mind. We'll move on.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's beyond everyone here.
It's very far beyond us.
And also, it's a colloquial term for a boy, a man, a chap.
Yeah, I know that. I don't
So
get the other meaning of chap.
Yeah. It's a little knock.
That is not in my vocabulary.
There's a lot of things that it's not going to be in your vocabulary that'll be in mine, and it's probably better for you. So we keep it that way.
Chapping it does not sound like a door knocking, says T90.
Well, it's not. You're not chapping it. There's also a game, where you knock on someone's door and you run away. It's called chappy in Scotland because you're chapping the door, obviously.
We call that ding dong ditch, but it requires a doorbell.
How bad does that sound? Ding dong ditch.
It's alliterative, and it's better if you have a doorbell because then you don't gotta stand there knocking on the door.
No, you have to get right up there. All of these things are. It's all moot by now anyway, because everyone has a Ring doorbell. There's no fun in it anymore. It's not that I still do it, of course. In fact, I never did it. Never did it. I was always very well behaved.
It looks like they have launched, and it will be Migration Vikings against Malay indeed for game number 1.
Yeah, nothing too surprising. I think generally it's just a good idea for a very basic draft idea is to prioritize the game 1 map. Because you're always going to play it, and you have 4 extra maps, you're not always going to play all the maps.
Yep. And do you still have that stream together window?
T90. T-West, I would forget it. We're moving on.
No, just like Alt-Tab, see if you have another window that popped up for stream together. There's one button you gotta click.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't see another window anywhere, so yeah.
Alright, chats won't be combined then. That's fine.
I'm actually going to read your chat instead of reading my chat.
Ooh, okay.
That's so incredibly toxic.
I'll read your chat then. See, Archfrost is there, Low Elo Nobody, Nightbot, Stream Elements.
T-West wants to collaborate. Stay in current... Leave and join this session.
Oh, thank you for joining. Stream together has ended. Wait, what the heck? Can you leave that? Leave that.
T-West isn't here yet.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna get this. Okay, we're gonna get this. I'm gonna knock. And 10th time's the charm. Accept the knock, I think.
I accepted it in OBS.
Accept it in OBS. I requested accept it again.
Accept? Hello?
Oh, whenever it accepts, it just kicks me out. Okay, never mind. We'll go.
We're just gonna have to,
We'll live with it.
go for it.
Alright. Anyway, they have started. We have Migration. Godsprisoner. The west as the Red Vikings and Honeybadger to the southeast as the Cyan Malay. So Vikings Malay on Migration. Both these players around 2K to 2K1. Fighting for the last spot in the playoffs. Whoever wins the set, let's play all 3, will be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoff second versus thirds. There's some surprises. Look at T90 finishing second in his group. With Smokey finishing first.
Second by about 1 game. Smokey won the set. 2-1. He held on in a very impressive game on Graveyards.
Graveyard game. Oh, it was such a good game. T90 had the map locked down, and the Viper Castle was right across the middle of the map, and I don't know how Smokey honestly stayed alive in that game. It was insane.
I think Fire Lancers are just kind of an insane unit when you get late game to that point. Like, you start running out of gold, and suddenly you have a gold unit that kills all the trash units that, like, is easy to produce.
Let's talk
just
about
gonna
another
hold
unit
on.
that doesn't belong in Age of Empires.
Doesn't belong in Age of Empires. Doesn't
much.
belong on some of the civs.
Too soon.
So Honeybadger here now has the good old DE deer against the edge of the map, where the deer can get closer to the edge than the scout can. And you gotta kind of try to find a way to get it to bounce off, and you did.
You did.
Sometimes it gets stuck there and you can't get it away.
You just have to shoot it and it'll reset it. It's not a great solution. But yeah, there's ways around it. It's unfortunate. At least they spawned.
At least it spawned, that's good.
You remember
So-
the game where Stark... What was it? His deer didn't spawn or his sheep didn't spawn and then he just resigned after a few minutes?
Oh, I'm sure that's happened to a lot of people, though. I don't remember
sure
that
this
one
prob-
specifically.
It's also probably happened to Stark multiple times.
I remember back on Voobly, I had one of those maps where you had that single line of trees in the back of your arena base that you had to chop through, and you couldn't
Oh.
palisade it, you had to chop it. And I had one game where both of my boar, 4 of my sheep, and my deer all spawned back there. And I couldn't chop through it because the narrow spot I had to chop through was blocked by the extra berries on the map that spawned there.
Oh dear. It's when Arena had personality, you know?
Yeah. Oh, now it's going to have a 9-vel start, apparently, next week on the ladder.
Unbelievable. What are they doing to our game?
I don't know.
Both players won lumber camp, by the way. Look at the efficiency for both of them. Come on, boys. Where's the second lumber? Okay,
there
Honeybadger
we go.
stream cheating.
Oh,
Let's
it's
go.
one wood line, right? He's got a very nice shape to that wood line. Honeybadger can micro all the vills individually,
Mm-hmm.
drop it off effectively. Not really getting too stuck. He's got 1 vill stuck now. But yeah, going for that second one. I mean, Godsprisoner has a lumber camp on 2 wood lines.
And yeah, I guess those two they're doing work.
Yeah.
They're not moving as far as the ones, furthest away, so there is that.
Yeah, they're not. That's true. But yeah, definitely could use a second lumber camp soon.
And once he gets into Feudal Age of Vikings, he doesn't need to worry about it.
I think that's the wheelbarrow. Extra carry capacity, faster moving vills.
Just moves so quick.
Nice wood eco.
So second dog's already up for God's Prisoner. Honeybadger's just putting his up now. So he's got a little bit of a fish lead.
Yeah, nice line of sight on those Malay docks too. You see all the fish.
It really is a nice defender's bonus though for water maps. And then even as the game progresses in migration, if you have lots of docks on the outside, it's just your chances of taking damage. Or you just have such a bigger window to react,
Yep, and also this map, no whales, no oysters, so no gold sources on the water. Really do need to emphasize getting to the middle to grab gold. There are a lot of golds on the middle this game.
Yep. And the relics of 2, of course, which you see a lot of people prioritizing when they go to Castle Age.
Yeah, and Malay will have the much better monks for fighting over the middle, but then the longboats for the Vikings. They are scary. I really don't know how to deal with longboats. I feel like if a player has longboats and micros them properly, they should win pretty much every game on the water.
And it's really difficult to compete with Vikings at this point. The big fish. How do you feel about the big fish boom meta?
Big fish boom meta. I was never a fan of garrisoning fishing ships, and even less a fan of dock shooting arrows. And I don't think the nerfs that they did for the patch do anything to change that. It's weird because we never really see pure water maps these days. We don't see something like Baltic or Rooster or even Islands that much. We have hybrid maps and we have like landing maps. Something like Team Islands, but we don't really have a pure water map to like we had the galley micro back in the day.
Brazil. That's it.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much.
Good old Brazil.
So
Both players on the way up.
Yeah, we'll be at just the same time for them. That means Honeybadger should get to Castle Age a bit faster as the Malay, but he's a bit short on food right now. Only 200 or so compared to God's Prisoner.
He does have 14 fish, 2 more on the queue. He has his mill. Okay, God's Prisoner spit his down, so both players looking to angle for Castle by the looks of it. And he's making some fires first, Honeybadger.
Yeah, interesting. Well, God's Prisoner doesn't have immediately the wood for a market. We'll have to wait a moment to throw it down. So definitely more than just a 2 feudal for each of them.
Yeah, it looks like it. I think this is the best thing. You just kind of delay your castle a little bit. Make sure you prioritize getting some army out in feudal.
Honeybadger also scouting. He's got a fishing ship forward. I'll see the dock of God's Prisoner, know where he is, so he knows where to send the fires.
Interesting.
Oh, the scout's gonna attack the fishing ship.
Oh,
you don't see that every
day. Dock and garrison, and then could block the fishing ship. We missed that. That was a perfect opportunity for that.
Yeah, do you think God's Prisoner remembers that he can garrison the dock?
Well, we're gonna find out soon.
Yeah, well, here come the fires.
For both. We're going to struggle to find any damage, but if you can idle some ships and get underneath the docks and start chipping away on the HP of the docks, always going to be nice. But here come the Viking fires, and like I said, it's just so wrong. It's just so wrong.
Feels unnatural. But that's also what makes it difficult to fight the longboats so much, because you don't want to go hulks to counter the fires, since the longboats are so good at tearing apart the hulks.
I think if Honeybadger had just kept his 2 fires together, he could have killed a couple of ships. It's just impossible to chase with just one, but if you can block with the other, then you can potentially kill. It looks like they're just going to mass now. Transport's out for Honeybadger. Let's see where he goes in the middle. Just docks coming up on the north side for God's Prisoner.
Yep. And this version of Migration doesn't have any sheep on the sides, so you're not going to have any scouting of the middle or know where the relics or resources are until you actually transport and send the scout over.
Just pick Burmese.
Or pick Burmese. Or pick Portuguese. Do a castle on your home island and do circumnavigation.
What's the wood for Honeybadger? Gonna get me gym warships, gonna drop a TC. Love to see an early monastery as well. Double TC, let's go. It's an awkward spot, because this is quite a funnel there on the main island.
Yeah, it's going to be a really narrow strip of land where cannon galleons late game could maybe hit almost everything. Oh, we have a pause.
We do have a pause. Let's have a quick look in game.
And God's Prisoner needs a second. Also,
Viking
medium
fires.
warships. Yeah, medium warships now for the Viking fires. That feels weird, but it'll be Fire and Hulk and starting the longboat production.
Yep. Got Bodkin on the way. It's a good mass of ships he has at the moment. I would have liked to see Honeybadger maybe send a Vel up in the north side of his transport and starting to dock up there. But 2 TCs in the middle. That's his priority. If he wants to get some control and get out there early, knowing that the longboats are going to be coming.
Yeah, and honestly, just kind of giving up water to fight for the middle, knowing that you're probably going to lose the longboats anyway, it might just be a completely viable strat. But yeah, here comes God's Prisoner winning the water. Feels so painful that it's impossible for a demo to come out of the dock right now and hit the fires in the back, but that separate upgrade makes them kind of useless against the Castle Age fires.
Such a shame. Demos can't do anything now.
And there's now the Hulk, but not the numbers to push back against this, and it can just stand there by the docks and disrupt the fish for a while. Oh, scout fight in the middle. Who's gonna win this? Honeybadger will.
Honeybadger, yep. And then, I wonder if he's going to notice the ships rotating around on the north.
Oh, here's the
Gonna miss
Vil.
him. Oh, sees the longboats to the last second, perhaps.
It loses the scout, though. And once the longboats come around, then all the fish that found a brief little area to fish on the right are going to be killed.
Perhaps need to think about sending a transport right now and doing a bit of an evac.
Yeah, maybe move more Vils to the middle. Because you don't want the longboats idling your wood economy, too.
Yeah, and everything is pretty rangeable here. Getting mass onto stone. You don't really want to put a castle on your starting island on migration.
No, you don't. And I'm sure you would love to keep the docks alive, even just... Thalassocracy is an option if you kind of get pushed off your island and want to try to take the coastline back.
Mm-hmm. Did we get fishing lines for Honeybadger?
Let's see. Godsprisoner did. Yeah, Honey didn't even do. Didn't do the first upgrade. No fishing lines, no gill nets.
Gill nets in for Godsprisoner. It's kind of weird that we've made so many fish and we're not really utilizing that food at all. We're only just in the middle now. No second TC yet, so we invested in all the fish. Got gill nets and everything, and starting to fall behind on bills.
Yeah, and the villagers overall are just going to be better than having fishing ships, right? So I'd much rather have 20 Vils than 8 extra fishing ships.
Yeah, and a monastery, and the stable already up. Monks pulling in relics. There's a lot of good going on for Honeybadger at the moment, besides the water.
Yeah, the score right now is all water, because Godsprisoner has won the water. And very clearly won it. But yeah, I think what you said, the evacuation earlier, there's going to be a lot of Vils left on the starting island. They have to just farm and can't take the wood.
Oh, he's going to try and tower. Seed shop against 2 ranges coming up. Godsprisoner's going imp. It's not on stone, no.
Oh, and that range could be denied. Nice use of the scout there from Honeybadger. Made another scout. And outpost scouting, too. Keeping control of the middle. Kills the Vil, stops a range. And, I mean, you can go imp, but 1 range production is not going to be enough to win the middle.
No, and we have no Vils in the middle at all. Like, we're going imp, and the only thing we can realistically upgrade are ships. And I guess we can range all these DCs, yeah. But Honeybadger can't expand.
Yeah, the
And
tower
it's starting to do so.
Yeah, the tower from Honeybadger did also kill a longboat. But yeah, the whole coastline taken by Godsprisoner. And Malay uptiming will still be nice, as Honeybadger is kind of close to Imp. Not quite there yet, but does have the buildings, just needs a bit more food. Trying to throw down some farms now.
Few more bells just landed on the northwest for Godsprisoner as well. I spotted immediately. So here come the monks, here come the 2 mangonels.
Yeah.
And that range might even be denied again. And Honeybadger could even get the 5th relic. Kind of risky by the range, but if the crossbows pop out, they'll have to face the mangonels.
He's going for it.
And he gets 3 crossbows.
Another monk's there. More ranges coming up now as well. And pure cost is arguably worth.
And is there a university? Yes, there is for Godsprisoner, so he's ready to do chemistry as soon as he gets up. If he wants to start prioritizing cannon galleons.
Taking men at arms, wants to go infantry in the middle, okay. And you can see Honeybadger is up now, only a minute and 30 away. Almost got enough stone for a castle as well. Oh, Don't place it there, it's in range.
He just wants to secure the push from the top. So Man-at-Arms is interesting because, yeah, there's a lot of fishing ships left, but there's only 0 farmers on the home island, so there really isn't a good food eco established to go for swordsmen.
Yeah, really making use of that that Viking bonus.
And Imp here, Malay player gets Imp very quickly, University on the way.
Honeybadger's still in a really good spot here because he should have total control of the middle. He's gonna have to make the best unit in the game, which is
The Monk, the Skirmisher, and the Fire Lancer, one of those 3.
the mighty skirmisher. Nothing beats.
Nothing beats the mighty Skirmisher.
Yep. We arrived to the point of it's almost like satirical in a way that the Skirm is like the best, unit in the game, but it actually is.
It is. It counters the Arbs, counters the Hulks, can raid under the TCs and the castles with all the Pierce armor it has.
Counters monks.
Counters monks too, yeah. One of the few units that does.
This is still a dangerous little Arb mass going round here, 12 of them.
Yes, we do have chemistry. Oh, thank you, Varian, for gifting some subs.
Varian's he's been drinking, I think.
That's the only reason he'd gift subs, right?
No, he seemed like he'd had a couple of drinks on Emu's stream earlier.
He was casting, though. They were doing some IRL casting.
Yeah.
Alright, so forward castle attempt from Honeybadger. And I really like Honeybadger's position here. He's got 4 relics, can pick up the 5th one, has all the middle. And yeah, I'm still waiting for those cannon galleons to pop out because there's no water presence at all for Honeybadger.
Well, Arbs might get a lot of kills here in about okay, and reacts. I think you just transfer everything north now. Yeah. We've got a lovely line of like TCs and then into castles.
Yeah, and honestly, there's so many resources on the middle, you don't really care about being denied right now as long as you can move.
Mm-hmm. We have plus 25 Ls. We have some economy. We did get booted off these farms. Are the farms at home still working? Yes.
And that's about the Treb War.
First BBC's out on the way. That's going to help as well.
Yep, huge advantage for the Malay having the cannon. Although that Treb, I'm looking for cannon galleons still from God's Prisoner because they could take out that Treb that's on the left. Kind of awkward positioning by the water.
Well, as Emu said, the Vikings get cannon galleons.
Oh, do they?
Obviously they don't.
Do they change that? They do, yeah. Cannon galleon.
No, they don't. They can.
Wait, do they have catapult galleons? The tech tree on Capturing says cannon galleon to me.
Oh, there's 2 in the queue. Let's go.
Okay, there they are. There they are. Yeah, and then now we see the bombard cannon against the Trebs there for Honeybadger. That'll take out a Treb. Repair is not there for God's Prisoner, and God's Prisoner is going to lose the castle. And he loses the castle. Oh, sniped the cannon though. That is huge for the Treb.
Yep. HP advantage looks good.
There we go, cannon galleons. Snipe the Treb. Oh, 2 HP. Another bombard cannon snipe, but the castle down. Oh, that was so close. The castle, if that Treb was sniped, the castle would have stayed up. But God's Prisoner didn't have enough fills repairing. Cannon galleons were a bit too late.
Oh, Honeybadger's stone count's down to 0. Wood count's looking really bad for both as well.
And he's got some skirms to counter the Arbs now on the mainland. But yeah, those TCs in that thin little isthmus hit by longboats on the right and on the left. There's no eco working there. And the cannon galleons take out 1 castle. There are still 4 Trebs left for the castle in the north, and it looks like both castles could go down.
I think there's a world you just need to mass produce like 30 karambits right now and just dive those Trebs.
There is. I mean, there's a world where micro the bombard cannon better. you have 3 instead of 1, you pick off the Trebs. But there's one castle down. Is that another cannon down to the Trebs?
No comment.
Godsprisoner's Treb shots these games have been insane, and there goes the second castle as the cannon galleon shot comes in, and that will crumble. There's only 1 Treb left for Honeybadger, so it won't have a good way to push the castle then.
Nope.
Also looking at the text, no conscription either from those castles. So if you get into the trash war and you don't have a castle, that's going to affect your timing.
Where's the repair valves, man? We need it on a trap.
Treb's down. And I mean, look at the idle vills now for Godsprisoner. Like, he's got 37 idle vills between fishing ships and vills on the main island that have nothing left to mine. Or on the home island with nothing left to mine.
He is gaining a lot of control back in the middle. But he's still on Arb, making another castle in the north. A few
Still losing Trebs.
Molly elephants, okay. Oh, now the Trebs are going down. Let's go. Revenge of the BBCs.
Yeah, the elephant will take out the ram there with help from the cannon. And now he still has good cannon numbers again. He's gotten 3 of them, and that can push back the Trebs and maybe push the castle again.
Yep.
And now Godsprisoner has to worry about gold control. He has 1 gold and 1 stone in the north, and that's about it, unless he can land and take more map control, which maybe he can, sending some vills around to the bottom of the map. But out of everything other than a few trees left on the home island, those vills are just having a beach party as they're waiting for a transport ship. Just chilling out there.
20 of them there. The transport's coming.
Oh, it's on its way.
Oh, the other one. Look, they want to cross. More of them actually came over on the right-hand side. They're inviting them over. What are those vills doing?
They finished mining stone. They were auto-tasked to another stone mine somewhere. They were probably trying to walk to the south.
They're taking a trip. What the heck?
Well, this next castle will go down. That is 5 bombard cannon for Honeybadger, taking down the castle. And now those vills, I don't know where they're going. They're gonna walk straight into Arbs.
Have they been chef-queued like all around the coast?
That TC will go down. Oh, TC denied on the right. That man-at-arms helping to kill the Vill. His setup upgrade paid off. Vill count 107 to 107 right now, just dead even.
Yeah, and a lot of the military's all on water for Godsprisoner, which isn't doing too much for him now, as Honeybadger's kind of in the middle section and can't really be touched there.
Yeah, he's gonna lose his market on the home island as here come the cannon galleons from Godsprisoner.
The Vills are still going.
Oh, the man-at-arms raiding the gold mine. Oh, wait, the bombard cannon hit the man-at-arms. Oh, he splash damaged his own TC, killing the man-at-arms. He's destroyed his own TC with the cannon shot.
Look at the Vills on the east. They're gonna go for a castle drop. They rotated all the way around.
Oh, they need to fit on the transport. Yeah, there they go.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
How
much
eco
eco
is
is here?
gold?
55. There's a lot of Vills still here.
Oh, there's a lot of Vills. There's the castle.
Instantly drops a siege workshop. And Vills are trolling them right now. Still not started building, by the way. Imagine we dropped a house here. Still not built. Oh my god.
He's doing a tower. There we go.
That was like, what, 40 seconds or something? Jesus.
Oh, he's got another 17 Vills that can come over.
They're waiting.
Oh, this game is amazing. I mean, these Vills have nowhere to go.
They don't, but we do have BBCs coming out. Oh god, they're going into the wood line over there. I think if you just let them hang out for the meantime, I don't know. Can we get... Oh, we don't have a castle, so we can't even get harbors. Well,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe they could get harbors and try to come back, but... I mean, we might have a situation where Honeybadger wins the middle, and God's Prisoner is on both of the outside islands, and, like, wins the water.
he's trying to get back on water. We're redocking in the north. Heavy warships coming in.
Yeah, it would be much easier to redock if you had the harbors, though.
Yeah, for sure. BBC is just taking out docks and stuff as well. This is really nice. It'll really hurt the production because God's Prisoner can't redock in the middle at all.
Yeah, God's Prisoner's
Not in
trying
our
to do
side.
ranges in the south.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what are these vills doing for God's Prisoner? Where did they land? What are they doing on the island for Honeybadger? They just ran under the TC.
I mean, we've been wondering that for the last 10 minutes or so, but God's Prisoner's vills have been doing... They've got a mind of their own.
Might need a few
Taking some valuable
berserks.
wood.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he might need a few berserks from that castle to snipe off the bombard cannon, but he doesn't have any upgrades for them at the blacksmith.
Mm-hmm. Honeybadger spots the landing on the main island. And we actually have farms now from God's Prisoner. Take a look at his main island.
Oh, it's now a farming colony. He needs to do
farms have been
something with
dropped
those
there.
vills. Yeah, he's got like 40 vills there. He needs to keep them working.
Yep.
I mean, this could become a wood game soon, if now Honeybadger controls the middle, and God's Prisoner is landing Honeybadger's island for wood.
God's Prisoner legit needs that wood on Honeybadger's main home island. We can take
Honeybadger's-
BBCs now.
Yeah, Honeybadger has lost so many vills, though. He's down to 67 vills.
He's only got 1 TC. That is a problem.
And there go the berserks. One cannon down. There's no armor for the berserks. They can't reach the second cannon. The TC's gonna kill all of them. Look at the gold stockpile, too, for Honeybadger from those relics. He's full control of the middle now.
2,800 extra gold, so that's really nice.
I think the
Zero on
scores...
foot. Let's go.
I think the scores are about to flip. If God's Prisoner can't stop that bombard cannon.
You might just have to send all your bills there.
I mean, he might. I mean, he has what he needs with the berserks, but he needs blacksmith upgrades for them under the TC.
Or make... No, you can't afford the trip.
Yeah, I mean, no wood access, no gold access now for him. And it's 4 relics, and the monk is holding a 5th for Honeybadger.
Market prices are still relatively good, by the way. 65, 68, 94 on the sale.
Yeah, it could sell for a bit, but the problem is now Honeybadger has some docks up and is on the water.
Yep, we've got the Carracks fighting against each other for the meantime. Some more ARBs landed, but has been duly noticed and taken care of. And the Vels looks like they did dive on the TC. Did they get the bomber cannon? I wonder. It's not there anymore.
I think they did. They're
must
just
have.
trying to fight the TC. And there is that Treb. The Treb is here.
We can evacuate now.
Yeah, we need a transport for that, though, for Honeybadger. And, I mean, there aren't many vills left to evacuate with. There's only like 14 left.
So we're just gonna leave them, are we? We're just gonna say, oh, you know what, guys? See you later. Unlucky.
Yeah, then they don't show up on the Idleville button.
1,500 gold still in Honeybadger's main island, so this castle could be a very worthwhile investment.
Yeah, most definitely. This is now God's Prisoner's Eco, Honeybadger's Island.
2 islands versus 1. Obviously 2 is going to be better.
I mean, obviously God's Prisoner still has the score lead, too, so... Honeybadger hasn't noticed the relic that's being held by his monk, so that's a bit of gold he's missing out on.
Yeah, it's some marginal gains right there. He just has all the wood, though.
Viking Light Cav. Oh yeah, T90. I don't know if you saw the early rounds. We had a game of Viking versus Dravidian Light Cav. Like 2 hours into migration.
Who was it that played Calpit again? It was
It was I
the
think.
Galleys.
No.
Was it
Calpit was Dravidians. His opponent was Vikings.
that's right.
I think. Yeah.
And the opponent was Vikings.
Yeah, I forget what it was, but it was like.
Mines?
No, it
No,
wasn't
was it
Minor
1500?
Mines. It was like 1800 versus 14 to 1500.
Yeah. People love the games, you know, go down to the last tree. Where the win condition is dependent on destroying markets or not.
Destroying markets, destroying monasteries. No, chain
The
guarding
funniest
armor.
part
Yeah, it is
is
Light
the
Cav.
Viking Raiders are coming from the starting island as well. They're not even on the they're not even on the mainland.
Oh, the cannon galleons have found the transport ship with the Light Cav. The rest of the navy
Oh.
didn't.
Can they hit them? Smash? No.
Okay, time for
The
some
Viking
raids.
Raiders are here. Yep.
He really needs to get stables on the mainland somehow, though.
Yeah, good luck.
I mean, Honeybadger doesn't have any TC. He has 1 TC, right? And he's down to 45 vills. He needs some more vills.
Or you just make more military.
Or that.
I mean, he's doing that. His military count is insane now. 77 versus 16.
There's still enough arbs that when the Vikings don't have the armor or bloodlines, they should win. But we have 3k food from God's Prisoner that just gets put fully into Light Cav now.
That's all he can do. But Left Island, they're very costly stables as well because he doesn't have a lot of wood access, and they're all gonna die.
Yeah, his only wood access is Honeybadger's Island now.
And there's only a few left. We're gonna have to go back to the start and check the wood count.
Yeah, I think Honeybadger with 38 vills now might win. With
I think he's fine, honestly.
yeah, there's
And
no way
God's
God's
Prisoner's having to
Prisoner.
he's having to make more docks on Honeybadger's
Ooh.
Island.
Here come the cannon.
Oh, we've landed.
Yeah, no more Light
Skirmishers.
Cav.
Skirmishers deal with that, no problem. And God's Prisoner's gonna have 38 vills very soon.
Oh yeah, we'll see who ends the game with fewer vills. 'Cause we're about to have everything here dying.
I think I know who's gonna end the game before military.
Yeah, that's gonna be Honeybadger. Oh, there goes
Unless-
the TC.
Yeah, it's not looking good now for God's Prisoner at all.
Yeah, he doesn't have a TC, so he literally does not have any way to spend the food. No stables, no TC.
Nope. Nope.
Or he has a TC on the right. This is only hope. Oh, he's YOLOing the vills on the cannon. They're gonna burn to their deaths in front of the fire galleys, in front of the fire ships, the fast fire ships, roasting the vills along the coastline, having their wonderful beach bonfire party.
What a game! What a first game for the series.
And now down to 17 vills to 38 vills, 56 minutes in. What a map migration is. There's the GG.
GG. GFG, good fucking game.
So let's look at that. Military
That's,
276 to 230 for Honeybadger. He had a lot more eco by the end of it, and winning the middle, better than winning the water early on. The Maesty strategy keeps working.
The Maesty strategy. Big win for the Honeybadger.
He's
Underdog
one win away from qualifying. God's Prisoner
T90
needs to
was
pull off the
wondering-
reverse sweep.
T90 was wondering why, why I'm cheering for the underdogs. I believe for his words. Sorry, the young guns. It's because they're underdogs, man. Simple as that. There's nothing wrong with that, is there, T-West? Some admin
Nothing wrong with
bias.
So if you get to the finals, will you root for T90 against Daniel then?
Is T90 going to get to the finals?
Ooh, yes, has to get past Smokey, maybe again.
The Smoke Meister? We are underdogs. That's a compliment. Thank you.
That's the plot of the William Wallace campaign.
It's the entire plot. We still is. Oh. Okay, they're in. Nice. So I have to go to Badlands next. Kitans versus Jurchens. We could be
Two
seeing a lot of
scout
scouts
saves.
here.
Yeah, definitely.
How the game is meant to be played.
The way it's meant to be played is Hans Mirror on Arabia.
Okay. It's when you know you're a boomer. You've been around for too long.
That's when you know you've been around. You've seen Age of Empires peak.
You've seen some shit.
So, oh my gosh. What are all these flowers doing? Is that's supposed to be cracked terrain, right? Is this map bugged?
I believe it's a biome that could generate.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen this yet.
Mhm.
This is a 10% chance for this. Okay. So 10% chance is... Well, this makes it much more defensive then, because your walls won't take all that cracked damage if you try to wall.
There is still really big hills though. That one to the right hand side, the Honeybadger, that is... Look at the size of that slope.
I know,
It's
it's like playing OG Arabia, almost.
So the one thing I really appreciate about this map is, it's after the national park, so I have to go to Badlands, is kind of the ring formation they have on the slopes, which if you actually go and look up the national park, that is how it looks.
Yeah,
So
we'll
really
take a
nice.
trip there.
I'm not gonna rush to go to South Dakota.
We need a much larger budget for the next USA Cup. We can do lands at each
Oh.
round at a different national park.
Godsprisoner's map doesn't really have the big hills. Honeybadger does. You can see left hand side a little bit, but it's not
It's not as
as
tall.
bad. Yeah, it's not as tall. So it should be a little bit easier to defend. If we don't have any cracked terrain, it's going to make a difference too.
Yeah. Same thing with the finding the boars, though. They are really far away and can be difficult to run your eco properly if you don't find them.
Oh, Jaguar getting involved. For Honeybadger, he's bringing in one of the boards at the moment. He's going to get away with it all. Looks fine.
It's really slow, though. I think this
That
is
is-
just a reskinned snake, so it's not as fast as a normal jaguar would be.
Yeah, it's more of a prowling, isn't it?
Yeah. Because they walk around a bit if you find a jaguar on the map. Let me see if I can find one. There aren't too many of them. Oh yeah, there's one in the southern corner. Walks around a bit. There's snakes and they're reskinned. There's two down there. Oh, actually, God's Prisoner's got to run into a jaguar going for that boar.
Right in
Is there a
front.
chance? Could he run into two? Wait, he could run into both of them. Oh, they're walking away.
They are walking away, I think, and he's good. Yep. Timing is everything.
Timing and a bit of luck.
That's life, baby, isn't it?
Even doing the house trick so he doesn't lose HP on the Vil. The Palisade trick.
Oh, and the Palisade, nice.
Now we need a
Just
gate.
BF player. Yeah. That's always my favourite one, watching POV and people are doing the multiple gates, on free boards
Yeah.
and BF. It's just so ridiculous to watch.
Did
Oh,
you
the board's
see
gonna go
that?
back. Oh, nearly. Oh, he's got it. Honeybadger had one out to the right hand
Honeybadger.
side. It was
Oh, there
half
we
a
go.
tile.
That's pretty far.
Yeah, that one came from the wood line all the way to the east.
准备就绪，
Yeah, we saw
Nice.
Mongols in T90 set, and I think, you know, obviously they take the hunt faster, but I think the best thing about them is just the extra line of sight they get on the scout.
Yeah, it's really nice for finding them.
准备就绪，
And for everything else, right, you just get so much more info quicker.
Right.
Jurchens, though, going to make use of their bonus. These boards aren't going to be rotting away quite as fast as God's Prisoner, but God's Prisoner is on the way up, 19 pop.
Yeah, it's really nice on this map that you can even take vills off of the boars and just leave them there. If you want to maybe like go scouts, put more on wood for the stable, and then take them in feudal.
何种命令？
I guess God's Prisoner's map should be a bit easier to wall up to the edge, right? The difference between Honeybadger being to the edge, the back edge, and God's Prisoners is quite different. So you should be able just to wall right towards the back.
Yeah, not like he's close to the edge, but he's closer than Honeybadger is, and his
Yeah.
wood line gives him a nice wall, and it just goes straight to the TC. So he's pretty safe if he can do a bit of walling.
And the wood lines at the back make it just a bit easier to re-wall and react. Both of them are up though. Looks like we're going to get some scooters.
Alright, well, Katans, no bloodlines, but they get double forging. Jurchens, they attack faster.
So pretty much the same thing. Once
Yeah,
you have-
honestly, Jurchen scouts, if you go heavy scouts, might be even better.
There's a stable. 10 seconds away still. One extra pop. There's some weak vills for Honeybadger here, so we've got some potential for some snipes in the farms. Or in the wood line if you're not paying attention to where your villagers go.
Yeah, and he's trying to wall up. Could go for just a circle of walls and be pretty safe from that.
Yep. Go for some egg MBL walls. God's Prisoner seems to have a good plan of what he's doing. I like it. Gonna secure some... I was gonna say some farm space, but they're not farms, they're pastures.
And pastures. And honestly, as long as he can wall up, since he doesn't need drop-off sites for the pastures, similar to the Khmer, he can just put them all in the back behind the walls. And he doesn't need as much map control as Honeybadger will.
Yeah, it has some really nice space in the back for them. First couple of spears out though, and it looks like we got a doink on one of the spears, on one of the scouts, sorry, from the spear, so that's nice.
Yep, a couple of pokes.
Some walls coming up at the back. Lost sight of the army, but looks like we will intercept on the right hand side. Nope.
何种命令？
Three scouts there, two spears, go the wrong side. Okay, we're fine. We should be walling. We'll see how much feudal age action we actually get here. Just wall it, man.
就绪
I guess spears are here. Yep. Maybe we won't even get an eco KD.
什么？
Walling the bells.
Maybe here, but no, we won't.
Those berries aren't really done, so they're going to come back and farm. There are scouts in the back of God's Prisoner's base. There's only 3 of them. They are Jurchen scouts, so you need to be careful.
If the vills, looks like they're just gonna fight. Maybe one vill goes down. That'll be our first vill kill. I get the scout though.
I think you got to pull away. You can still be annoying. Are we going to get the second one?
Almost.
Not sure that was worth overall. Where is it open? Where did this? How did the scouts get in it?
It probably just ran through the TC.
Yeah. Looking for the weak bill. Oh, she's going home. That's a nice job by God's Prisoner, sending her back to the
Oh,
TC,
nice.
get a build a pasture, and then the scouts get killed.
And swapping to a range. I mean, these could both be cav archer civs too. Old school scouts into cav archers.
Yep. Kitans to get the Heavy Cav Arch and Castle Age, which isn't a really expensive deck.
Even with the discount.
Yeah, yeah, still. Haven't seen it utilized too much. There was that one show match where Dave Hun was playing Nanji. I think you casted that one. He didn't win.
Yeah, you don't really see it too much. I feel like
No.
Catan's usually like playing Step Lancers, but maybe just Cav Archers are so popular they go for them anyway.
Scout's trying to break in. No response as of yet.
There you go, we'll have a
No
house
fortune
wall.
yet either. So not making use of the bonus. And the Scouts are just diving in.
Yeah.
Once you're in there, you're pretty much trapped. Just a few spears are going to come over and it's going to make it very tricky.
Is there a kill? On that Vil? No, it's not. Ooh, that spear. Deadly spear.
And it looks like both just kind of gearing up for Castle Age. Just going to make a few more spears when they have to. Hopefully just defend those spears. Farm count's looking really good. Pasture count looks good as well. Well, there's only 6 there actually. But that's 12 Vils working.
Yeah, we got 18 farms to essentially 12 Vils worth of pasture. But there is forging finally. So those scouts gonna be pretty scary. No bloodlines or other upgrades for Honeybadger. So with the
And
double
Archer's
forging...
behind.
Yep, and archers. So with the double forging, you can actually kind of kill spears quickly. You don't want to fight them still, but at least you kill them faster.
Yep. This is definitely dangerous. Probably need to fill wall, you know, the front of the TC as well. And maybe more walls on the side.
Yeah, now God's Prisoner just wants to try to break through. Now it's tricky because your farms kind of block your walling space and you need to delete farms if you want a wall.
Yeah, and Honeybadger's having to get bloodlines now, he feels. So it's going to send him further away from Castle Age, and his army numbers just aren't there.
Yeah, and tower on the wood line to keep this away. We'll at least have stone and gold access with that tower too. So that's actually a really nice tower, even if the army
Yeah.
gets in.
Provided you block off this overchop.
Yep, and also I think Honeybadger needs to build a house where that destroyed one is, so he blocks this off, doesn't let the army escape.
喂，
Yeah, imagine we just walled all this army in right now. The God's Prisoner is right in the back of the base, so it makes things very awkward for him now.
And also God's Prisoner's up to the Castle Age.
The Honeybadger investing more in Feudal, with armor just coming in.
Yeah, he needs to clear this army somehow. Those archers are nasty against the spears. And the scouts with double forging take the best fight they can. I think they're on a little hill and all the spears go down. More spears break in.
Forging on the way now.
什么？喂，
Honestly,
There's a weak
might
Vil.
just decide to dive that tower.
Yeah,
命令。
I mean,
Once you
it's
have
not
light gav.
protected.
Yeah, once you have light gav and maybe +2, if the game gets to that point. More
Yeah,
archers
yep.
come around the left-hand side. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't be unsurprised if Honeybadger calls it once Castle Age comes in.
And there's Castle Age. And not gonna call it yet, gonna fight on. But it's looking rough. Honeybadger still with that Vil lead from being feudal and not too far away from clicking up. But relying on that tower now, as upgrades will start to come in, or Step Lancers and Cav Archers. Oh, wait, there are scouts in the back. Scouts in the back of God's Prisoner's base.
Oh.
They're killing a couple of vills.
Hang on, God's Prisoner hasn't killed a Vill yet. He only just killed his first Vill.
Ah, look at that KD, 7-2. These scouts in the back. Oh my gosh, he's sending weak vills to the woodline. What's God's Prisoners doing? This is a
They've got full
Titanic.
upgrades, man. Not over? Question mark.
Not over. That's 11 vills, maybe a 12th? It's 12 vill kills. All of a sudden, Honeybadger got in through a palisade. God's Prisoner not paying attention, and I think
Yeah.
there was an overchop.
That's some
Man.
real value. Now we have to wear the storm for the next multiple minutes.
Well, yeah, Honeybadger now with an 11 vill lead. Tower's defending, so the archers can't do much. He has a woodline safe.
Somewhat.
But God's
God's
Prisoner,
coming in the middle.
yeah, God's Prisoner going for the TC as those cav archers come forward. And well, what do you think about this this army composition from Honeybadger? What does he go for now once Castle Age comes in? He has double stables.
Good question. He is making a lot more scouts. Looks like he'll try and get some light caps, perhaps. Maybe some of his own of his step lancers.
Maybe you could go full light cav against the cav archers.
They do tank, especially once you get +2. They do tank a decent amount. It still feels like a losing battle. I would have loved to seen a wall up in this north side just when they had the chance, but it's still open. So the step lancers coming in here now.
Yeah, that's rough. You know, little things like that matter. Finding times when you can re-wall when you have just a split second to do it.
Yeah.
There's light cav.
Step lancer's gonna have the revenge.
Oh man, these cav archers, it feels like one of those old water maps where you win the water and you put galleys around the side of the island. It's like the cav archers are doing that, but to the entire wall.
Are we getting deja vu?
It feels like that, right?
In
Feels
some
like
ways,
that.
yeah. It is going to be a really tough one to even clean with light cav.
Yeah,
I'm
especially
surprised I
God's
haven't seen
Prisoner.
a seed shot coming forward.
Yeah. Oh, well. Stream cheating there, Honeybadger. Throws down the siege workshop right away.
No, I wasn't talking to you, Honeybadger, but yeah. He probably does need one of his own. He's probably expecting God's Prisoner to be making one at the front of his base too. He just hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, Horse Collar just coming in. That'll hurt not having that upgrade for a while.
And some Scarps. And the 2 TCs are going to be popping off now. All that food's going to be going to some bells. God's Prisoner has mass on stone, so he's foregoing the Siege Workshop and says, nah, I'm just going to put a castle in the face.
That works too.
It does
Enough
work.
cav archers to make it pop. What if he sends vills and these light cav catch the vills?
They have rotated all the way around. They're going to enter on the right hand side. If they were 30 seconds later, they maybe they got a big catch, and God's Prisoner doesn't notice them coming in.
I mean, at least with all them out there, the God's Prisoner should be wary of sending the vills forward for a castle.
We'll see if he sends the cav archers home. It looks like it. He's going to chase. Or he's at least going to chase them off to the left hand side and maybe send now? Nothing yet. Yeah.
And now yeah, there he goes. Now Scorpion defense. How does Honeybadger somehow take a score lead there? But he does. Down by 10 vills now, thanks to that 2 TC boom from God's Prisoner.
And that's the castle.
It's right on his face.
It could not have been more forward.
could have stolen and deleted a couple of farms and then put it more forward.
Yeah, that's true.
Ambitious. Well, okay, the Scorpions could hit the Vills right away and then hit the castle.
They could definitely deny that.
Oh, the 74 HP. that was close, actually. But I think it goes up. Cav Archer should be enough.
Yeah, I think so. They've lost a lot of they've lost a decent amount of HP, but it's not going to be enough. It can't be.
Not only 3 Scorpions isn't enough for this. I mean, they'll kill some Vills. The Godsprisoner doesn't care, he just wants the castle.
Meanwhile, those light cav just pottering around, doing whatever they like. Hey guys,
Yeah, too late. Too late
we
to
just
stop the
got
castle.
here. Oh shit, we messed up.
And does it hit
Well,
the
we may
TC?
as well
He does
fight
hit
now.
the TC. Yeah, might as well. Not under the castle, though.
Yeah, they're not that brave. The TC's gonna get nuked by the castle. The castle's on top of 2 stables. Deny some farms as well. It's a good castle, honestly, and it controls some stone and some gold.
Yeah, it's a great castle. And now I think the walls are back up for Godsprisoner, so those light cav, unless they find a hole, shouldn't be able to get in. And this eco should be pretty safe. Oh man, those
Honeybadger's
pastures,
gonna try.
they make such ugly little dirt piles on top of the pretty flowers.
Yeah, they really do. I've seen people come back from worse on this map.
I mean, Bloodless has come back from down 60 Vills on this map. So
That
down
is
20, that's not too bad.
That's honestly one of the most insane games of Age I've ever seen. I'm still not quite sure how Scotty lost that one. And he probably isn't either.
So there's handcart for Godsprisoner. He's keeping his eco running.
Yeah, only a minute of idle time, so he's done a really good job of just keeping the TCs going.
Yep, and not just the forward stone, but that castle also gives him forward gold too. A little healing on the cav archers too.
Denying expansion on the right hand side, brutal, and then adding an RTC in at home, so it looks... You're doing everything right. Giving Honeybadger basically zero opportunity to get back into the game. And extending his lead.
Alright, well... Honeybadger over here, chasing the cav archers away. Godsprisoner will go for a 3rd TC on his forward gold. And only 12 farmers, though, or 12 Vills working on pastures. So not much food income from him. That's going to mean if he wants to maybe go Imp and Treb, it's going to be market usage or a while before he's able to do that.
I still would have loved the seed shop and just add a couple of rams in. Start chipping away at all these buildings at the front.
Yeah, even like a mangonel deal with the towers and the scorpions. Because right now the cav archers are kind of dying to towers.
We're getting cav armor. Are we gonna add step lancers now? Okay, more pastures coming down in our stable. Okay, so it looks like light cav. Okay, I don't mind light cav actually. If you get iron casting.
Yeah, you get the double attack. I mean, you cleared the TC, so it's not like you're going to be sitting under too much arrow fire. The base is kind of spread out at this point.
Yep. It's not 60 Vills yet. Once it's 60 Vills, we can start to get concerned that Honeybadger's going to come back.
Oh, he's only 5 away from that.
Seed shop comes up now. Probably a couple of rams will come out.
Yeah, something to push the buildings now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. We have a forward siege workshop, but I don't think that'll go up for Honeybadger.
That is very bold. Where's the Vills coming from? Okay, right hand side.
They're chased by a jaguar.
Uh-oh. Like, ever coming over, there's a Scorpion there, but there's a lot of HP in the God's Prisoners units.
There's no way Honeybadger wins that fight, right? Like, one Scorpion
not
isn't
now.
that good.
Yeah. Still not made anything yet from the siege shot. Ranger's coming up. It's a very slow death here.
Yeah, it's a death where Cav Archers won't kill you fully because they can't stop your buildings or really sit underneath the TCs. So we need something else. And with the armor, maybe that will be like Cav.
He's denied so much farm space though recently. All these farms for Honeybadger completely idle. He only has... We're panic sending 8 bells onto some berries to try and compensate for that. Which, you know, ain't gonna work, Chief. And we're now... Oh, that's a forward castle.
Oh. How many
Send
vills?
the boys!
There
Send
are
the
3
boys and
vills.
girls!
There are only 3 vills there, Paradox. And I mean,
No,
it's a
what?
50 vill difference now.
They're coming! He's coming home!
Oh, there they go. 15 more vills.
Yep. The migration. It's gonna get a surprise. You know, the castle is actually gonna try and build on top of a stable, which the game doesn't allow.
It shouldn't allow. Who knows how it's broken, though. Maybe it will.
We have seen stuff like that before, so you know.
Like Cav might scout it, though.
I think so. We don't really have any army left at all, and yet. Actually, the siege shop there is worse because it's ended up as well. Maybe it's a distraction.
Yeah, maybe. Here come the vills. The light Cav see them.
Yeah.
This isn't going up.
GG.
There's the GG. Alright, so down to the final
GG.
game. Down to the very final game.
God's Prisoner taking the win on his home map.
And
Gets a bit of
Honeybadger.
momentum into the last game.
Yeah, would you have thought watching that the Honeybadger had the better KD?
On both of them as well.
I guess
What a
all those
gamer.
vills he sniped. So it felt like that should have been over and feudal, but that counterattack, God's Prisoner somehow let that in. Changed the game. Let him hang in for a while.
Yeah, he was still going down, but you know, swinging. You can respect it. So Keaton's with the win, second in the draft. So God's Prisoner played his top 2 civs now.
We still have Britons for Honeybadger. Does he win this game with Britons somehow?
So I think he's needing to look. He's needing to look at the maps in the draft and think what, you know, try and figure out what's going to be the biggest advantage. Maybe he just plays Hindustanis on graveyards. I guess the thing is graveyards is going to be more of God's Prisoners' comfort. So maybe he does go Inundation, actually.
Yeah, I just don't know what he does against Bengalis. Doesn't feel like Britons are a good matchup there.
I think it's more so not worrying about the Civ matchup and being confident on the kind of the map mismatch, if that makes sense.
Maybe. I mean, if you go to Voyagers, Hindustani should be pretty good against Georgians. Probably decent against Bengalis and Khmer too. I guess Khmer is interesting because they don't have halves anymore. And maybe they don't want to go against Khmer.
It is Voyagers.
Okay, part of me thinks Byzantines might actually be the best pick for Honeybadger, or the safest one at least.
It's Hindustanis.
It's Hindustanis, so Khmer Hindustanis. Okay. So
It's
that
very
just-
much. It's turned into a boom map, right? So Khmer have been very popular, but Hindustanis are still one of the best civs for booming, and it's typically you've seen a lot of people that maybe struggled with the build and then they got up a bit later. And the food discount on the vills is actually really nice.
Yeah, my question is just how do Hindustanis deal with elephants? If the Khmer get to battle elephants, then I think it might just be over.
Yeah, no helps is going to be really tricky. For sure. I haven't seen too many elephants on Voyagers, but you never know.
You never know. I don't think I've seen much Khmer. I've seen a lot of Georgians and some Persians.
I feel like we've seen quite a few Khmer games, but maybe it's just not. Maybe watch different ones. I think the young guns are selecting them a lot. All these divers. And we're in.
We are in. We have Honeybadger to the southwest as the Cyan Hindustanis and Godsprisoner to the northeast as the Red Khmer, where whoever wins this game advances to the playoffs.
Into the round of 12, second versus third place finishers. We have a generation where the islands are pretty darn close.
Yep, and also the gold corners are in the north and in the south.
It's maybe a little bit further for God's Prisoners, which is quite unfortunate, but it's still a relatively easy wall off when you look at the trees, as long as you check for them. There's really not a whole lot of walling to do if you just go for a big, like, 20 tiles of stone wall, perhaps?
Yeah, you just got to be careful with it.
Yeah, you have to check. But you do have the horses, you can check as much as you want.
Oh, that's true. And the horses are farther away now, right? Than they were earlier, so you got to go a bit farther to find them.
It's still a random gen, but they will at least generate 35 tiles away, if I remember right.
Alright, so Honeybadger stealing a boar, or taking a boar from far away, but losing a lot of HP on the Vil. Did an early loom for that, but then forgot about the boar while fighting with the scout.
See it? Yeah, he might have seen it going. Looks like he's using the house trick nicely. I think he's safe. Doesn't have anything at the gate, so we'll have to manage that. Oh, takes another hit.
Oh, his boar just left his walls at the bottom left. He opened the gate and the boar walked out.
Oh my god.
And now the boar might just use a crazy path around the walls to get back to its starting location. Maybe it goes back in.
Oh, 2 boars at once? No. That's sick, though. That is really nice, stealing that extra boar. That's going to make things very difficult for God's Prisoner if he wants that extra food to click up.
Yeah. Now you just question, can he get his own boar now? And with the scouts having lost some HP, maybe the answer is yes. As the scout's down to 4 HP, that can't stop a lame anymore. It did kill the scout, but...
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, would love to see Honeybadger, and he's sending a Vil now. Just take that boar. The tower doesn't really stop anything.
Honeybadger's thinking about it, but he's getting chased by a bear. Up there in Minnesota, you know, the black bears are plentiful.
I see enough black bears here in Jersey too.
Yeah, we had
when I go for my runs.
We had the sighting down here. You know, I'm pretty far down in western Michigan, which we usually don't get this far down. But there was someone caught them in the Ring doorbell. Stop killing the sheep, man. We've got so many boars.
Yeah, he's got a lot of dead sheep. He's got to be nervous, though. It's a big game.
I gotta say, God's Prisoners lumber camp. It's not the usual lumber camp we've seen, or we've seen players exposed for going for this kind of lumber camp. Just because, you know, it's so much easier to wall at the very back.
The lumber camp's almost too good. The Vil's walking a crazy path to chop that tree now.
It is a jungle camp for sure. And we're gonna try and close it in.
Okay, he's thinking about taking the boar, but then goes back to the sheep.
This prisoner's coming for the, he's coming for the far boar now as well. Look.
Ooh, he is. Much easier now since he doesn't have to worry about the scouts.
I think this is the first game though I've seen both players be able to take the boars from miles away.
Miles away, but I mean, under their own towers, so I guess technically it's their own boar. Maybe.
No boar belongs to anyone.
All independent.
Laws of MBL. No dogs today. I feel like we've seen a lot of dogs in qualifiers, or at least a number of them, and we haven't really seen any since.
Yeah, I mean, probably not going to go straight for your unique unit in this Civ matchup. Although maybe Golams could be useful early on, but you're so walled on this map when you're booming usually, I think it's a bit late to go for Golams. Unless you're going for a super forward castle.
Honeybadger looking for the wall off on the bottom side, trying to secure that gold. Really nice, doing a good job. That scout can't really attack the Ville. But did we notice the walls coming up? Yep.
See the house at least.
Yeah. There's only one thing the Ville can really be doing at this point, right? And Godsprisoner just moving out, gonna take all those lovely foxes.
He'll destroy the tower, take the foxes, and are we going to see a stable and scouts, maybe? Because 21 vills. I mean, this could be a fast castle, but usually the Khmer would go up a bit later, so they just do the blacksmith, or because they skip the blacksmith and market. And yet, we'll be stable.
Stable from the foxes. I love that Honeybadger's walling. Because we don't have the scout, we don't really know where to do the wall to, which is really unfortunate. And then we're going for a bigger wall, and we don't really need to. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. We don't need to do it that big. It's just we didn't have any horses. We didn't have any other further scouting info. And it's kind of panic a little bit.
He's gonna tap every foundation. 3
I think
HP.
that's a safe thing to do. Yeah, maybe even send in our Ville, and is so should be safe.
Oh, there's one tile that's not built. I hope that gets built. Imagine he leaves a hole there. Okay, he notices.
That's clutch.
As he's stream listening again.
So we have the first scouts out for Godsprisoner. He is investing in Feudal Age. Bit Axe, Horse Collar coming in now.
Also, no one has horses.
No, nobody does. That is funny. I'm just laughing at that comment about the foxes.
Here's the weave from the foxes. They're super loud.
They are so funny. It's going to be so hard to find damage. Unless there's a hole anywhere, I'm pretty sure there's not. But we've invested in 5 scouts. Looks like we're not going to do any more. Probably the right call. We have a few on gold for the foxes now, so... Godsprisoner should be able to get up Castle Age, but he is going to be considerably behind. Wow.
Time for Honeybadger just to boom.
Oh god. There isn't a
there
hole there, is there? Oh my god.
No. He's looking.
Nervy times. Wow. And Honeybadger is up.
Yep, and that Ville will be tied up preparing, but all's good. You got a wall right by the foxes too, so you're gonna be listening to them this whole time with scouts versus a repair Ville.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see what we do. Are we just gonna add 2 TCs instantly? We can't really do any shenanigans since our scouts out on the field, so we should just have a really nice lead to boom with the Castle Age time in here for Honeybadger. And then you get an earlier start to Castle Age, you're gonna have everything going right for you on in transition to Imp, as long as you don't take any damage.
Yeah, the good thing also for Honeybadger is the gold is inside the walls. And I just gotta worry what happens if the Khmer player gets a good boom going and can get to elephants.
Do you know what the funniest thing we could see from Khmer, which can deal with all of this walling?
A ballista elephant cut.
We got a ballista chop, baby.
That'd actually be sick with all like the one tile trees that you could chop and get through.
Yeah, it would be. We're not on stone, not yet. We're making some archers, so we're actually committing even more to the army aspect. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, it is just palisades. A monastery is a good way of defending.
Yeah, I feel like it just would have been better to wait for Castle Age and go for the seed shop, perhaps, but...
Maybe. Maybe
Like,
Godsprisoner... Maybe he could have been afraid of, like, a forward castle, though, and just wanted light cap.
Yeah, maybe. He should have been fine with the scouts, alright? But like, we're only just making archers now. We're only going to have 5 by the time we get to Castle Age, and we're going to have to get bodkin and crossbow.
He's also going to break in on the left. That palisade is going down. I don't think Honeybadger is paying attention there.
Godsprisoner is. Ali baited him. He's fine. Only 1 TC up, though.
This is where you let the scouts run in, and then you do a gate behind them, like from inside your walls, and trap them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good awareness there. Debate to the house.
Yeah. Smokey cheering on his brother. Did you know Honeybadger and Smokey are brothers?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Honeybadger's big brother.
Do we have a 2v2 between them and Maesty and Emu?
Yeah, the twins. We are going for crossbow and bodkin. We've only got 5 archers. Here comes the siege shop as well, so Godsprisoner is going to commit to the bit here. He wants to get some damage.
Yep. It's not going to be all in. There's a TC behind it on some of those maple trees in the back. But it will be a push, and the gold TC goes up in the south for Honeybadger. I hope Honeybadger realizes if he tries to wall this that you can't use oysters as part of a wall. I've seen that before on this map.
Yeah.
People think they're walled, and then the units run into the oysters.
This could be a big surprise. Oh dear.
It's a lot of crossbows.
It is a lot of crossbows. But we can buy some stone.
Yeah, stone walls needed. Even that, I wouldn't leave a tree in the wall, but...
Not with Khmer villagers hanging around, no. And the seed shops come up now. I think we're good. We're plus 11 bells now. We're committing to the boom. We have a seed shop up. Honeybadger should be good, but you just never know. Imagine now imagine we commit to the ballista alley.
Yeah, still nothing from the workshop.
No, I did an RTC, so economy's right on the limit, right?
Yeah, he's taking
Really
most of the
difficult to afford.
foxes. Yeah, there's his TC. Oh, he does have a horse. Godsprisoner has 1 horse.
Hog. So every minute that passes, we don't find damage. You know, Honeybadger's just getting a bigger and bigger lead. Laming the houses, laming the stone with the houses on the left-hand side is actually a really nice touch.
Oh, it is.
Very
You
annoying.
can, like, set the gather points and, like, hop around the houses.
Yeah, you can still take for the corners. It wouldn't be a lot of fun. 23 farms, 12 on gold, looking really nice.
But here comes the Mangonel push. The Hindustanis do indeed have redemption if they want to try to go monks and convert that, since the monastery is right there. But
Yeah,
this is in.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice shot. Need the conversion here. Walking with the mango! Huge! Oh, beautiful. Nice the mango. Trade. I think we actually need to panic wall this instantly, because these crossbows are a problem.
That's hard to panic while there are so many holes in that wood line.
There are. And that attack ground, you know, delays everything even more, you know, that was extremely important for Honeybadger.
Oh, here come crossbows. No ballistics. It's important. It's hard to hit when you don't have ballistics.
We're gonna push the TC on the bottom.
It has a hill for it, too. Oh,
The
immediately gets some
Godsprisoner's
bills.
eco is popping off, by the way. Come on. 20 farms. 3 TCs are running.
Ooh, take some mangonel hits, though.
Those crossbows are dead. Nearly. Oh, okay, they're dead.
4 HP.
Fells,
Bill.
yeah, Fells can kill.
Oh, he's Honeybadger trying to rush the mangonel with Vills. Trying to do a 4th TC.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gets the mangonel.
Not in time. Cav archers are gonna come here.
Ah, there's a monk. Ooh, so close.
Yeah. Repair bill.
Okay, Cav
Let's
archer
get a
down.
conversion. Yeah, and gets a kill, so that's nice. We got a few camels coming out now as well.
Yeah, not going for the repair villa first.
Looks like we're idling.
Gets
T-West.
his own camel. Idling a lot.
Like, are we idling for Imp here? We have the
are.
buildings.
Yep.
Nope, some more villagers back in the queue.
I mean, it's close to amp. I mean, if you canceled the camels and vills, he'd go up, right? So maybe he,
yeah.
with 4 TCs, you can afford to go imp and stay booming with 3.
It's really difficult to go imp with that kind of vill number and have anything that's sustainable.
Yeah, especially Hindustanis, right? If what's their composition? Probably camel plus hand cannoneer usually, but chemistry takes a
think
while. It's kind of hard to
I
get
think
there.
If you're going up and not going to be good, have to be hand cannon. The idle time has just went really crazy, and that's a big reason why Godsprisoner's ahead in economy now. Minute 20 versus going on 8.
And that's idle time when he was floating food too.
Yeah.
So I probably didn't need that much, but you know, it's hard. It's hard that in this situation, there's a lot you got to take care of. It's a big game, and you're microing your best, and you're not queuing vills. Ooh, nice attack round.
Attack rounds have been on point.
Yeah, they've been great. They've been saving him right here.
Godsprisoner on the stone on the left-hand side now has complete vision over here with the outposts, which is really nice.
Yeah, outpost and the horses. He's grabbed the horses too. That's
Rolling.
pikemen. So, attack bonus against buildings for the camels. Pretty nice for the Hindustanis too. So
Yeah,
this
they do
forest now
melt pretty
cleaned.
quick. Yep. And we're still, I guess we're walled. Yeah. Godsprisoner starting to put the Khmer farms down. Wherever he wants, why not?
Yeah, and the camel's not the best raiding unit. They'll see the pikemen.
That's nice. We're on the way up to Imp now. Still taking into the armor. I wonder if we react to that. And there's a castle on the left-hand side of Honeybadger's base, which we do see because we actually just put up an outpost over there. We have the potential to see. There's no army there. Pikemen are coming now. A really safe castle from Honeybadger, so you can just trip that. But Godsprisoner is going to be clicking up
Yep.
relatively soon too.
Yeah, and this will slow things down where the trebs will have to be created and head over there.
Yeah, and range is coming up now. So thinking hand cannon.
No Bob run yet.
It's a lot of pikes though that right now there's no way to fight.
No, it is. Especially when you're when you're manking L micros on point.
No Bob run yet.
Good luck.
And honestly, you know, Hindustani Camels, since they attack faster, are pretty good at actually sniping pikemen.
Especially if they get baited by mangonels. And
Yeah, especially
they
if they're not
try and kill
attacking.
them.
No Bob
Yeah.
run yet. Here, Panji.
Imp. Couple of seconds. I expect. Do we have a university? It should be an instant. Oh, it's being rushed in the back. Don't have it up yet. But Treb on the way.
Yeah, at least he realized.
No bomber cannons, of course, for Kamar. Not now.
Nope, not anymore.
They would be so insane, BBCs.
Okay,
Really
let's
nice
find some
pickup.
goals.
Yeah, really nice. A sloppy play.
Yeah, but look at all those pikes.
Not in the right spot. Oh! Mango's attack ground.
Oh, nice.
Oh!
All the vills are going down.
Oh,
Your alarm's
that
there
is
to deal with
sick.
the pikes.
That's sick value. And those vills have to go home now.
Yeah, Honeybadger will let him. He says, go home. Tell the tales of the mangonel shots. Scare everyone else.
So Godsprisoner still has a pop lead. Most of it is pikemen. Soon to be Halb. Goes for a safer castle. And this could set up for a longer game.
And there he's up to Imp. So yeah, it looks like we'll have a longer game. But the longer it goes, the more I think Khmer elephants become threatening. I guess what happens if it runs out of gold? Because it feels like there isn't much gold on the map. Or at least
No,
you really
there's
have to
not.
expand to grab it. And it's only tiles of 2.
In chemistry already. Okay. Going ranges. Yep. Gonna try and get onto some skirms. That's Godsprisoner. I assume so anyway. I mean, must be expecting. Oh, he has the outpost in the back. That's funny. Pretty realistic. Castle goes down. We have 2 trebs, 2 bomber cannons. Has the res for Chattagny. That would be really sick. I think we need some forward ranges as well, because everything's kind of just coming from the back of the map, so it's going to be really difficult, especially when your units aren't mobile.
Yeah, and here come the hand cannoneers. So hand cannoneers, Scorpion, Gulam. Now some tools to deal with the pikemen, if not the numbers yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of ranges.
Yeah, we made like basically 50 pikemen and didn't go for help. I know, like, it was just so much to invest. We got kind of a bit baited by 10 camels and made, you know, maybe twice as much as we needed to stave any camels off. And
Yeah,
camels are
here
finding
it's-
more damage on the left, on the stone.
Oh,
Not where they
pikes
need
just
to
not
be.
in position.
Yeah. And now we're going for help. After seeing
Yeah.
the mass hand cannons.
Yeah, all those Stoneville's gonna be killed. And Halb. I don't know about Halb right here.
It seems like a weird one to tech now.
I don't think you
No,
want to get into a
honestly.
hand cannon war against the Hindustanis either.
No. Elite Gulam.
After seeing all the
Okay, oh.
ranges.
Yeah. Elite Gulam's gonna be a real difficult one if it gets in your eco and starts raiding. And they help against the helps.
Alright, hand
What-
cannoneers.
What AI army is this?
This is a bad fight for God's Prisoner.
Oh, it's a very bad fight. I think I would have preferred Chitagni over Elite Gulam, but you know.
Probably would have too. And I think I definitely would have preferred just try to boom and get elephants rather than whatever this was God's Prisoner did, but he's down to 20 military and he's getting pushed.
And it's a really dangerous looking push now. Honeybadger 180 pop, it's going to be 200 pop before you know it. Trebs have been clutch for God's Prisoner though. And are they going to take out more bomber cannons?
No, the Trebs are all going to go down.
Not today, Satan.
Oh. And huge score lead now for Honeybadger. Feels like Honeybadger's on the verge of doing it.
Yeah. And there's a castle now in a really nice spot. We can start just pushing right down the gut.
Gonna have a last-ditch double siege workshop sneak to the east for God's Prisoner. But all the momentum's here for Honeybadger.
Yep. The stone on the left is a bit idle. Mining camp needs to be one tile further back.
Oh, that house still idling him. Good laming. There's Shiitake.
But we're full focus. Big hand cannon push. Trebs taking out the castle. All of these ranges going down. I'm not sure if God's Prisoner can... I don't think he's got the time.
Yeah, the eco isn't there.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have Golams running around. Elite Golam. They're missing some upgrades, but you know, they've still got positive armor. Iron casting coming in now.
Yeah,
We
there's
still
still
have to
good
deal
rating
with the
unit.
big push. Yep. We're taking cap the ram. That's not gonna do anything, I'm afraid.
There's
Yep.
GG.
GG.
Oh, dang, Honeybadger. Bit of an upset, but we'll do it and we'll advance.
We've got 2 sets of bros in the round of 12.
I mean, look at that military count on the edge of that graph for God's Prisoner. From
Yeah.
52 to 13. And
Say goodbye to your
were,
pikemen.
yeah, halves were not the answer there. Dang.
Yeah.
Smokey more stressed than Honeybadger was.
That's some real brotherly love right there, isn't it?
I didn't even play any of Honeybadger's home maps.
True. So true. And that's a bit. That's why we have you know, multiple extra maps so you can select. It gives people more options. Could you
Does give
imagine?
more
if we-
options. Imagine if we played Inundation for Game 3.
I know. Could you imagine? Blech. We set ourselves up for success.
Anyway, are you gonna
that was a
do,
really fun set. I'm going
was.
to do the draw.
the draw? Okay, I'm going to give you a raid then to do the draw. Thanks for casting.
Okay. Yeah, that was good fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, on Twitch, I'll send all you over to Paradox. If you're on YouTube, let me just throw his link in the chat if you want to see the draw for the playoffs. And thanks for the co-cast. I'll go send everyone over to you.